Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets started a West Coast road trip last night in Calgary. The Flames started off hot, scoring 2 goals in the first 92 seconds of the game. The CBJ would go on to lose by a final score of 5-1. Next up for the Jackets are the Vancouver Canucks Saturday. The Cleveland Cavaliers hosted the Philadelphia 76ers, and Donovan Mitchell had a huge game last night with a season-high 46 points in the victory. The Cavs will play the Washington Wizards Friday in an NBA Cup game. And finally, we had 2 games of Wednesday night action. Ball State beat Kent State 17-13, and Toledo defeated Northern Illinois 42-3. This update was sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday. What is up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, T-Bone.
How was your Wednesday? What'd you do yesterday?
Went
Saw
home.
you broke down some film. I saw that. That looked good.
Thank you. You know,
Like that on the Instagram?
That is a weekly thing that we are doing here at 97.1 The Fan. Shout out to Tyler. I did that. I went home, and remember I was telling you about how I bought some queso ruffles.
Yeah.
And my kids, I just knew that they ate it.
Well, you knew they were going to, like, as soon as they see something that you like, they're going to devour it.
Yeah. Well, I went home, and the bag was still in the pantry.
Okay.
But it was nothing but crumbs. And I got even, it's like one of those things where somebody eats up or drinks up something, but then put it back in the fridge or put it back in the pantry like it's a lot in there. It's like, no, just finish it off at this point.
Well,
so when I seen the bag, it made me even more upset when I seen like it was nothing but like a couple crumbs in there.
yeah.
Like, just throw it away.
Of course.
It's done.
Yeah, now I will say the person who apparently did this in your house is either 4 or 5 years old. So I'm going to say that's probably like more acceptable from that. Like, yes, but if a grown adult does that, it's one of the most annoying things.
They're never too young to learn. Like, just.
Yeah. Well, I have found, like with my kids now, like my youngest is 6. And so when she does something like that, I'll go, all right, Abby. Okay, you're 6. You should know better. But all right, that's fine.
Have you ever?
But when my 15-year-old does it or my 12-year-old does it, then I'm like, hey, like I'd like get out here. Like that's now we're getting to where you're too old. You should know better.
Do you know your kids so well that like you could come in the house, see something's messed up, and know exactly who did it?
Absolutely. Oh,
I'm still trying to figure this out because for so many years I blamed my oldest for something that I recently found out my youngest is the culprit.
What were you blaming your oldest
So
for?
on my Peloton, like it was a power cord.
Uh-huh.
And the power cord would keep getting pulled out of the screen. And I'm like, why does Lay keep doing that? And then I found out it was actually my youngest doing it for learning.
See, they trick you. They make you think you got them figured out, and then suddenly they do something to just change your whole perspective. Make you think you know a kid, and then they just turned out, no, you absolutely don't. By the way, the YouTube chat, everyone's asking about your attire today.
What about it?
We had Alex who said didn't know Bone would be hosting with Tupac this morning.
Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
So
Darren said, "What's with the headband? Because you have like a bandana tied around your head."
So
and I like the look.
So this look is a look that I always wanted to do, but like I never had the hairline to do it.
Okay.
So now that I went to go see my people at Caps, You know, I haven't showed my hair off in a while. You know, it's like really starting to come in and really growing in. So, like, I wanted people to see the progress and things like that. So
that's good. You're wearing something that, like,
I'm more comfortable in my skin.
You're wearing something.
I myself in the mirror for a good 10 minutes today looking at it.
Yeah, that's right. There he is. You're wearing something that you wanted to wear your whole life. Correct. Right? And that you enjoy. See, I'm wearing today my Bill Elliott Thunderbat hat from like the 90s, which is like I used to love this NASCAR, like this paint scheme for Bill Elliott, my favorite NASCAR driver. And I never had a hat or anything with it on it. But a few years ago, I found this hat on eBay and I was like, yeah, I don't care how much it costs. I'm getting it. And it wasn't thankfully that much, but this is my like,
look at you.
See, this is what I would have wore to school back when I was a kid. But
they let y'all wear hats in school?
No, you could wear them in and then you take them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we had uniforms. You know, it's funny because I did the same thing, but yeah, I had uniforms.
I mean, I went to a Christian school, so there was no variance from any. You were wearing what you were told to wear.
Well, I was in public school and they still made us wear uniforms. And
oh, you guys had uniforms at your public school?
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, I hated it too.
I hated it.
Did you have to go to? Did you have to go to the uniform store to get like like the specific one? Because
I was no. I was wearing like polos with some Dickie.
Oh
pants
no. See, they made
like
us
that.
go. There was a store over in Hilliard. I don't know if it's still there. Where I was the only place we could buy our school uniforms from.
No,
you couldn't just go get
logo.
Like no logo. Well, we had the school logo on. Yeah. But no, like, yeah, they made us because they ordered them special. So the polos had like the logo of the school on it. And then if you wanted to wear a white button down shirt or a polo were the two shirts we could wear, pants had to either be navy blue or khaki. That was the colors. And it was all from this one place.
Yeah, no, I hated it.
Sucked.
I hated the uniforms. But you know what they gave us? And they was like, y'all got to wear uniforms, but y'all can wear any shoe.
Oh.
So the shoe game in Bedford was, you better come with them J's. You better have some fresh forces. You better come with it on the shoe side.
Yeah, but that's exactly right. Like you can try to stifle personality all you want. If you give kids anything, it's like, you can wear the shoes, then the shoes will be the thing. If it's like, well, you can wear like a watch, then if that was only if they said here's uniform shoes, but watches and like wristbands and stuff, those are allowed, then that would be where kids would express themselves. Like whatever you let them do, they will do. I'm just saying, like, you can't take the personality out of people as much as the uniforms want to.
I mean, if you got swag, you got swag. I mean, it's not on you, it's in you.
I had a relative once tell me, like, why are you crying about? Because I was like, man, I hate my uniforms. And my uncle, who was like in Nam, was like, why do you know what it was like in the service? And I was like, well, number one, they paid you, last I checked, to go be in the service. You got paid. That was your job. If I got paid, I'd wear this uniform all day and not complain. Lots of people wear uniforms at their jobs. I'm going to school. Let me live. I just wanted to wear like a T-shirt and jeans.
I used to feel like that with like people that have to wear suits all day. Like Adam King and Dom, they got to wear suits all day.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I'd be like, that's got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless you get it from like Lululemon or something like that, then it's probably you can sit in that all day.
I think I don't know if it was Lululemon, but I know I've heard Dom talking about there's different places they get their pants where you got to try these pants. Yeah, they're like sweatpants. They're great.
You get you some pants from Lulu because I got all my pants from Lulu.
Well,
you can wear them all day long.
I'll have to take your word for it because I need to go to Fufu, which is the fat version of Lulu, I think, because they don't have them in my size. They don't have them in mine, but that's all right. So we have lots to get to today. We have Don Waddell, the GM of the Jackets, the president of Hockey Ops, going to join us in studio at 7:30. Usually on Thursdays, we're joined by Dean Evison, but as you know, the Jackets are out west. They played late last night, and if you didn't stay up for it, good for you, because it was, you know what? Just one worth. It's okay. It's all right if you didn't stay up for it. They got drilled 5-1, and it was 2 goals in like the first minute and a half of the game, and then they got a goal back later in that period with Kromarchenko. He got one back for him, and then second period, same story. They let in another 2, and that was didn't feel good after that. So, they lose 5-1. It sucks for Jack Greaves because I thought he's been playing well, but he did not have a good game yesterday, just flat out. Only way to say that. So, anyway, they're back. When are they back in action? Tomorrow night?
Saturday.
Okay. They need a couple days off to recover from that. Your Cavs looked good last night.
Yeah, they did. Donovan went for 46 points. Did you hear what his motivation was to why he had such a great game?
I did, but why don't you tell the people? So it's one of your favorite activities.
So
not that one.
Did you hear about this, Dylan?
No, not that.
No.
Not that activity. No.
So he said he was playing 2K.
Yep.
And he was playing. It was some kid. Some kid
who annoyed him. Said some kid was annoying him.
Some kid said that they haven't seen a highlight out of him in quite some time. And that fired him up, and he said, "I got your highlight."
Oh man!
And he dropped 46 points. So
okay, so
shout out to the kids.
Right. I have a few thoughts on that. One, how incredible that you could play someone if you played in Halo or whatever. I don't know what kids are playing online these days. That's what I used to play online was Halo. Mm-hmm. But Call of Duty, whatever it is, if you are getting just annihilated by this other player, and then to be able to say, yeah, but I can go out and do this in the real world. Not that I would want to do Halo, obviously, but I'm saying in basketball, if you're getting annihilated by this kid or he's messing with you or saying stuff to you online, it's yeah, well, now I'm going to be on the real Cavs because I'm the real Donovan Mitchell.
Well, it's funny because it's back in when we were kids, athletes were discreet. You didn't know that. You didn't know that. Somebody could be I'm Donovan Mitchell. You'd be you ain't no Donovan Mitchell. But see, on 2K specifically, they have VIPs. So when you in the lobby with some famous person, it tells you that's the famous person.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was on and it was Dylan Harper was in there.
Oh wow.
So it would say Donovan Mitchell. So you're oh, this is actually him.
Yeah, see
then to see that he got his mic on, that's even crazier because it's now I can talk trash to Donovan Mitchell.
So when I was a kid, we didn't know who we were playing because there was no playing people online. We just played. I knew who I was playing because they were at my house.
The online thing started when I want to say it started 2002 or 3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Madden 2003 with Marshall Faulk on the cover was the first one that I played online.
Yeah.
I remember it to this day. Then 2K started coming online. Then SOCOM was the game, not this Call of Duty Jazz. It was SOCOM back then.
Oh, yeah, SOCOM.
And that was online. And I used to play that. I had a PlayStation Portal. I used to play that and take all my frustrations out when I played SOCOM.
The other thought I have is, can we get Evan Mobley on 2K? Because that might be the way to get him.
I'd tell him straight up, you ain't it. I'm off the train.
I would say let's all create burner accounts that could jump into the lobby. Specifically, Dylan, you're great at trash talk. We need you. The Cavs need you, but don't deploy until April. April, May.
No.
When the playoffs start, that's when you hop in there and get in the lobby and start finding Cavs players and just be yeah, I haven't seen any highlights from you.
If I ever got into the lobby with Jared Allen, I'd tell him High School Musical sucks. It's the worst movie ever. And I want to see what he does. He going to be so upset. He going to go out there and drive 50.
Maybe. By the way,
we all in this together.
No. So Tyvis is talking about playing online games in 02 and 03. People that were raised by it, we were, T-Bone.
Yeah.
By God-fearing Christian parents.
Oh yeah.
My mother was God-fearing Christian parents.
Were you going to church on the reg?
Yeah, I was going to church every Sunday.
Well,
Wednesdays and Sundays.
Oh, look at that.
Wednesday night, Sundays.
Well, we all had that in common. That's great.
Yes. Well, in my case, online was frowned upon. I wasn't allowed to play online until I was 17 or 18 years old because of all the dangers that are on there, Tyvis.
Well, see, that's the thing. So my mother and my stepfather got a divorce. So on the weekends, some weekends, I would go over his house. That's when I could play it.
By the way, I heard this audio yesterday. Is Urban Meyer a candidate for the Penn State job?
Oh my
You will
gosh.
hear from Urban Meyer about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and happy Thursday. Just one crash for our friends heading out to the Buckeye Lake area. Expect some lane closures on I-70 eastbound, just past State Route 158 as crews clear out an issue. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
When you need a mini excavator or a not so mini excavator, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help you take a big step toward a mini excavator in one of 17 different sizes, from 2,000 to 18,000 pound machines with 6 to 24 feet of reach and 5 to 15 feet digging depth. Though in the most rental locations, and it's no wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
As educators, we are called to this profession by a singular purpose, an unwavering commitment to our students' learning, well-being, and potential. That means using our united voice to stand up for the fully funded supports and resources our students need to succeed. Stand with us to create the great public schools every child deserves.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports, ball, or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Common Man and Timmy, they're good, clean boys. If you enjoy a radio show hosted by immature men with slightly above average sports knowledge, they've got you covered.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the jacket. We will be even chillier this morning with mostly clear skies and wake-up temperatures in the mid to low 30s. For Thursday, plenty of sunshine with daytime highs topping out in the mid to upper 50s and a lot less wind. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I've got AC/DC tickets to give you coming up in the next 40 minutes. We have a chance for you to win those. I might even do some trivia. I might just mess around and do some AC/DC trivia. How about that?
I hope you ain't asking me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I may ask you, but I'm going to give it to the callers so they can have a chance to get it right.
What's the percentage what's the chance that I actually get the question right?
Well, yesterday you were acting like you'd never heard. You're like, AC/DC, tell me about this band I've never heard of. And then every song we play, you're like, oh, hell yeah, I love that song. Like, you just, every song you knew. So maybe you actually, maybe every song on there. Maybe
well,
secretly an AC/DC
I had no idea that like a lot of their songs was played in like weight rooms or stadiums and things like that. Like I knew I've heard the song, I just didn't know it was them.
Thunderstruck, it's a great song. Fantastic. It's everywhere. Highway to Hell, fantastic song.
That one right there. Every time I hear that song, I think of Little Nicky.
Oh yeah,
at the end of Little Nicky when they like showing everybody what happened to him.
Yeah, that's fun because that's a song with a guy with a weird voice in a movie with a guy with a weird voice. Because Adam Sandler, that Little Nicky character voice is either you loved it or you hated it. It was okay.
It was right up Adam Sandler's alley. Like that's what you would expect.
But yeah, we have AC/DC tickets to give away. They're playing the Shoe July 15th, so we'll do that sometime in the next 40 minutes. Are you aware of what country AC/DC hail from?
They're not from the U.S.?
No. Take a wild guess. It's one of the two countries where I mean, I'll just give you a hint. They have a British accent ish, but it's in that ballpark. So it's either
Europe.
No,
that's a continent.
Well, yeah, they're from Australia.
That was actually going to be my next guess. Well, but then he said that. It messed me up.
I gave you a bad hint because what I should have just said is like, where are the other two countries where most of the white people come from? And it's either England or Australia. And that should have been what I just said because that's what it was. Anyway, so we'll do that sometime in the next 40 minutes. AC/DC tickets to give away. So this audio from Urban Meyer, let's back up a little bit. There was a report a few days ago from a guy named Zach Gelb, who I'm not familiar with. But Dylan, you said you've heard this guy before. He's on Sirius XM or whatever we call their channel now.
He's on their CBS station, if I remember correctly.
So he talks just general sports. He's not just a college football guy.
Yeah, he's just a sports talk host.
One of those idiots.
Yeah.
Just a general sports talk
none of those
host.
guys know anything about anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, 100% agree with that. Yes. So anyway, he was... I don't know. I mean, he says he was reporting it. Now, if you listen to me, I will tell you I rarely, if ever, report things because I'm not in the news breaking business. That's not what I'm hired to do. I'm hired to give opinions and generally be whatever this is. Dumb, loud, whatever. So, I don't try to come in here and say, oh, yeah, my sources told me this. My sources told me that. Occasionally, I get information, and if I do have it and I can pass it along, I will. But this guy said he had a source or multiple sources that told him that Urban Meyer was interested in the Penn State job and that a conversation, at least one conversation, happened between him and Penn State officials. And in those conversations or that conversation, apparently Urban expressed his interest and wanted the job, but Penn State ultimately decided, no, we don't want Urban Meyer because we don't think he'd be a good fit for the name, image, and likeness era where players can transfer for any reason. They can, demand more money. They felt like Urban would be a bad fit for that. So Urban has a podcast, and he decided to address that particular report. You will hear Rob Stone, Mark Ingram, and then, of course, Urban Meyer on their Triple Option podcast talking about this Penn State rumor.
A couple of weeks ago, you were in our nation's capital, NTC. And some people out there decided to do some funny math. They said, Coach met with a Pennsylvania senator, so 1 + 1 equals you're the next head coach of the Nittany Lions. I didn't quite do the math that way, but there's people out there, I think, who have done that, Coach.
Yeah, some who is the guy again? My phone started blowing up. What's
Zach
his name again?
Gelb, I believe, was his name.
Yeah,
and he gives some credit right now, apparently.
Yeah, and I give him credit. And he has two sources that said that I met with the senator we became friends. Rob, you were there with Dave McCormick when we covered a Penn State game, and I stayed in touch with him, and we had breakfast in the Capitol, and we talked politics, Mark, and then there's another one. He said the source says that I had conversations with Penn State about the NIL and I didn't know how to handle the NIL or something. So
Come on,
first of all,
Coach.
that never happened.
Figure it out, man. How do you not handle NIL?
How do we get the two sources on our show here?
Oh,
can we invite the two
Call
sources?
into the triple option sources.
Good one. Yeah, put it in the comment section.
No, it just cracks me up when people sit at a whatever.
You have no idea how
Make
many
a story,
people-
man.
Yeah. All right. So Urban, well, Tyvis, you played for the man. You've heard him in all kinds of situation scenarios. That didn't sound like an Urban that was particularly thrilled with that rumor or whatever being out there.
No, I mean, it's because it's one of those things that everybody feels like Urban wouldn't thrive in the NIL era. And, it's kind of funny because everybody looks at like a Kirk Signetti and see how he's doing. Well, that's literally, if he could do it, then Urban definitely could do it. Urban has always been,
Well, what do you see? What are the similarities you
issues,
see between those two guys? I'm curious because I never put that together. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, I see Kurt Signetti. He's very cocky, arrogant, just like Urban is.
Okay,
he believes in himself.
Okay,
but
what the heck? Okay,
no, but I'm saying like Kurt Signetti coached at JMU. Right? Like, that's a much smaller school.
That's like Urban coached at Bowling Green.
No, I know. But then Urban has, since that time, Urban
He was at
thrived.
Utah.
Yeah, well, and that's a big program now. I know you hate him. No, I'm just kidding. But then where'd he go? And where'd he win 2 national championships of Florida? Like,
That's kind of the trajectory that kind of Signetti is on, isn't it?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I think people were surprised that Signetti could do that. But my question is, though, is what makes you think Kurt Signetti... So you think he's similar to Urban behind the scenes too? Because my thought has always been Urban doesn't do well in an NIL era because I can't just go up to a kicker and be like, make your effing kicks, douchebag. And then I can't treat players maybe the same way he might have treated players or a lot of coaches treated players 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Because now there's a transfer portal and, oh, yeah, my agent says I don't have to listen to you.
He'd be one of those people that would encourage you to use it. He would have been. You come in there and you ain't who he thought you was. He would tell you to get in that portal,
right?
So he'd be flipping his roster probably a lot because he was like, yeah, you're not good, and he'll recognize it pretty soon. Like, and if Coach Mick can't get you to get to where you're supposed to be after a year, we got to get him out of there and get somebody else in there. So, like, that transfer portal will be booming if he was at Ohio State. But he was always for players getting paid. He would always say, if it was legal, if y'all was champions of the game, I would go get y'all a car and bring it to y'all myself if I could. So, as far as, like, getting the players paid and all those things, I think he definitely handled that part.
That's very interesting. I seriously didn't think that was.
But that transfer portal, that'd be a revolving door.
I think it's weird that people just assume he wouldn't be good in the NIL era, and I'm assuming it's just because of his age and how long he's been at the game. But he was really the first person to hire a college football GM and Mark Pantoni. Like, Urban was ahead of the game kind of when it came to the recruiting and that kind of stuff when it comes to like, hey, I need this one guy to really help me out with the general managing of the program, and I'm more of the CEO and a part of the X's and O's and the coaching, but Pantoni handled a lot of the quote-unquote off-the-field stuff.
Yeah, I get that. I think part of it, at least for me, is, especially when he went to the NFL is where you can't just go up to a player and say, hey, you're out of here if I don't like the way you're acting, whatever. It's like, well, I have a contract. And that is the difference, right? The little difference between it's a huge difference, but it's the one people compare like college football now to the NFL and say, oh, it's like pro sports. Yeah, but in pro sports, you have a deal that says this is guaranteed money for 4 years or 5 years, or in Deshaun Watson's case, until the end of time, apparently. But like at NIL era, it's like, yeah, you have this money until we decide you don't, or we'll pay you the rest of this year, and then you're gone as soon as I can get out of this. It's not like he would have 4 and 5 year deals where you're dealing with pro athletes in that way. Players are getting paid, but it is not, it's a small difference, but it's significant because, like you said, he could have 30 new players every year. And that threat holding over your head,
it's funny because
would probably be even more so than probably some of the threats you guys had where it's like, you're not going to play. It's like, no, you're not going to be here. You're going to have to move.
I was one of them people. I was at the Woody last week because I was doing the interviews with Patricia and Caleb. And I had walked in, I was talking to Coach Mick, and we was talking about how he was like, oh, yeah, you was about to go to Akron. he said, and we didn't get you right. You was getting transferred to Akron. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, it'd be like, you come in as a freshman, he look at you and be like, you got to get out of here. It's time for you to transfer him out of here. So he would definitely utilize that transfer portal for sure.
Okay. See, no, that's fair. Again, who knows about these rumors? Urban is saying they're not true. So obviously, I think that carries a lot of weight. But also, I can understand why someone wouldn't want that out there if it was true and it was the way it went down. But either way, hearing you say that he would actually thrive in the NIL era and do well, that's a perspective I don't think most people have thought about when it comes to Urban Meyer. 2 minutes away, Ryan Day, the new leader of the Lunatic Fringe, invoked a Bible story talking about his team and the preparation for Purdue. You'll hear that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Thursday. A heads up to drivers heading out to the Buckeye Lake area, 70 eastbound. We've got a crash in those eastbound lanes just past State Route 158. Closer to the metro, everything looking crash-free. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. BMIFCU.org/holiday loan.
Plug into powerful savings on rough electrical products at Menards. Zero Wire is American-owned and a leading manufacturer of building wire for residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Save time with Menards' convenient pre-cut lengths of wire and cable in stock and ready to take home today. Hurry into Menards and save big on Zero Wire products. Plus, you can visit Menards.com and check out all of our other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's engineering technology programs prepare you for a career in Columbus's fastest growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive community. Apply at cscc.edu/engineering tech.
Away game this week, but that just means you can make the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus your home for Saturday football. Join the Fan for the tailgate show and then party with us with the ultimate watch party. We have football contests with amazing prizes. There's wall-to-wall screens, ticket and memorabilia giveaways, and unbeatable game day food. Can't wait to see you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Saturday. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I was just telling Tyvis in the break, I'm going to be out in December for a day because I'm going to go to a concert on a Thursday night, and I'm going to go down to Huntington, West Virginia, where this concert is. Closest this tour comes through where through here. So I want to go see this band. A bunch of bands I want to go see. And I was saying that other than the concert, the other thing there's two things I'm excited about for this little overnight trip I'm going to take. One is that Huntington is the home of Marshall University.
Mm-hmm. Randy Moss, Chad Pennington.
Yeah. I've never been down there. I've never been to I'd love to go to a Marshall game at some point.
Why?
College football, baby.
The Herd. We are Marshall.
My wife is already annoyed by my retirement plans, but my plan is once the kids get older and they can all enjoy this stuff.
You go check out different college.
We are going to go to I'm going to go to OU games. I'm going to go to Akron games. I'm going to go to Toledo. I do want
to check out an SEC game.
Well,
I do want to go to Death Valley, and I do want to go to Ole Miss in Georgia just to see what it's like.
Death Valley's dead, but I get your point.
I mean, maybe. You never know. The next coach could bring it back.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out who they get.
Nick Saban.
That's a rumor. Shaq says that's happening. Shaq says they're talking to him. Nick Saban and Miss Terry say not so much, but. Yeah, I would love to visit, and I'm with you. I'd love to go see the SEC schools. I'd love to go out west to the Rose Bowl. I'd love to go see a game where the Buckeyes played in Washington. I'd go out there to a UW game, absolutely. But I'm excited to just go and see this campus because I've never even been there. I didn't realize it's right on the Ohio River, any of that. So I'm excited to see that. But what was the other thing I told you I was excited about?
Cookout. Always food. It always comes back to food.
They have a cookout in Huntington, West Virginia, and I'm going.
Have you had cookout, Tyvis?
Tyvis?
Yeah, a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was go down to like Alabama and stuff, it's been a while. It's been years.
You know about this.
Since I had it.
I know the thing that in Alabama, because you have family down there.
Correct.
But you like Milo's lemonade.
Yeah,
you were
I do.
telling me that.
Yeah, I got a jug at the house.
But have you ever eaten?
But I've never been to Milo's. That's the craziest part. Is that I love their lemonade, but I've never actually like went to Milo's, sat down and ate.
I'm sure most of you have no reason to go to Alabama, but if you ever find yourself traveling through that, well, it's a state. It's one of 50. Anyway, if you find yourself in that state, Milo's is one of the redeeming qualities of that state. It's great.
The funniest part of the quarterback thing on Netflix is Kirk Cousins last year was talking about how he had, after games, he would always want to go to cookout.
Yes, I saw that. When he was in the drive-thru being corny as hell. Yeah. They're just like, he's like, yeah, did you watch the Falcons game? And they're like, no, I was working. He's like, it was a good game. Should have watched it. Like thinking they're going to recognize him. And then they're just like, here's your food, sir. And he's like, they didn't even recognize me. It's like, yeah, no kidding. They're working at cookout on a Sunday. They're not there for football. They're working on a day when everybody else is watching football. Go figure.
So for people that have never been to cookout, obviously it's food that you could get at a cookout, but also there's shakes.
The shakes are incredible.
Yes. When I travel to the South, there's 3 places that I have to hit up. Zaxby's.
Oh, don't you do that. Don't you do that now.
Cookout, and it used to be Bojangles, but now we have them here now.
We have Bojangles here. You just had Bojangles the other day. Tyvis ordered some breakfast. You guys, I saw, were eating that.
Yeah, so. It was too much.
Yeah, stop. It's never too much. Never enough is what I'd say.
We should open a cookout or Zaxby's franchise.
We get a Zaxby's. I'm telling you, I'm gonna eat us out of the product.
Cut that up. Please cut that up and save it. I need just a part of that, not the whole thing. Completely out of context.
Yeah.
That's what
I
said
Zaxby's, so now make sure you put the Zaxby's part in there.
No, do not. We need it just in the way that we need it. That's all. Now, yeah, but I think I got to remember this, and I'm sorry I don't have it. In Cincinnati or in the Cincinnati area, they are either opening a cookout or I'm pretty sure it's a cookout in the Cincinnati area. I think they are.
I'm willing to make that drive.
I know. Well, it's getting closer is what I'm saying.
Now, if they ever put it in and out, like within a 2.5 hour radius.
I think in and out's overrated.
Y'all allowed to lunch. Enjoy that in and out.
Oh, it's overhyped.
You know what? Big Ten might be going to USC. We were supposed to go to Washington for the last game. We might be going to USC.
Well, then you can go get your animal style, whatever you want to do there at In-N-Out. And by the way, just remember, Tyvis not a foodie. Just be very clear on this, Dylan. He's not a foodie. He doesn't.
Not at all.
Did you hear the octave you hit when you said Zaxby's?
But
that's excitement.
That's different.
No, that's
different.
You are a foodie. All right. So here is Ryan Day yesterday talking about preparation for Purdue, and you don't want to let the little things screw you up.
There was a reflection recently about David versus Goliath, and what was the thing that got Goliath? It was the stone. It was a little thing. Goliath didn't wake up that day and think the stone was going to get him. It was. So, what are the things that we're doing on a daily basis that can get us? What are the issues? The issues are always there. We have to continue to address them. And if we think that we got it, we're going to get it. And that has to be the mindset every week. We have to get better. And we know we're going. We have to build momentum and play really, really hard. And then sustain over and over again and be disciplined enough to do the same thing over and over again and continue to figure out ways to get better.
It's one thing I've always told my wife. Little things can be big things or bigger than you think. I just always try to remind her of that because sometimes she's not really convinced of that. I just try to make her aware. That's from the Bible, honey. That's from the Bible. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, Coach Day's been in his Bible.
Did you see the picture of my anniversary? I posted of my wife giving me that look.
No.
What this scolding, this look of disgust and regret.
That's the look of a real married couple.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said, if 100%. Your significant other don't look at you like this, then the marriage and the love is not real.
That's exactly right.
What you just said, I know your wife looked right at you.
100% she would. Yes. She's looking right now. If she was listening to the radio right now, that's exactly what she's doing, is just going, sure. Yeah.
Who was somebody in the chat said, don't forget tutors.
Tudor's Biscuit World is epic.
Is that the place that the coach for the?
Yeah, that's where the Marshall coach said. That's where he's like, I got Tudor's Biscuit World money for you. Come on down.
Someone also said Zaxby's just signed a 10-store development agreement to bring stores to Dayton and Columbus. I don't know.
Stop playing.
I don't know if that's real or not.
I got to do some. I got to do my Googles
according
on
to
that.
Jeff in the chat, it's real.
Jeff Laycock, my guy. Good name. I like it. No, but I'll tell you, like Urban, close.
And
if he wins a few
there
more,
is
wins
no,
some championships.
according to AI, there's no Zaxby's in Columbus, Ohio. A Zaxby's is scheduled to open in Liberty Township area of Butler County, Ohio.
Yeah,
which is closer to Cincinnati.
It's
not
yes,
Columbus.
it's in the Cincinnati metro. So we're getting closer. Now, Ryan Day talking Bible stories, the fact that 3 of us went to church all of our childhood and youth, I think we are all. Did he use the analogy properly?
About the
Bible
stone?
story? Yeah. I mean, do we like that?
Sure.
I think it was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I feel like I've heard that sermon before, but I do like it. Like it's a good message that you got to watch out for the little things, little details. Also, I hope we don't end up like Goliath did in the story because that
Slade.
That didn't work out for Goliath at the end.
I thought he was going to say like Achilles.
Yeah, well, there
could do it all.
Yeah,
then
that's Greek mythology.
Right in there,
different
Achilles.
lane.
He just crumbled.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He had his heel. That's why we use it to this day. He also played quarterback for the Bengals. Achilles Smith.
Yeah.
No, different guy. But no, I like the analogy there, and I do think that I hope this Buckeye, I don't think I'm putting this too far out there, but I said this yesterday. I saw your guy, Jake Budd, was breaking down the Buckeye. He was breaking down Sayan's like tape.
Yeah, the little
going, like,
back shoulder and all the.
He did
ball
like 10
placements.
minutes of film study.
Yeah, he's a Buckeye fan.
I mean, let me tell you, from a Michigan man, now maybe he was trying to reverse jinx us, where he's just like, they're so good. But I'm telling you.
I mean, they are the top of the conference right now. And,
sure.
You got to talk about your best team. So,
But that second half against Penn State, I saw everything I needed to see. Because my concern was, can they turn it on when they want to? And you can say what you want out of the national. This point is not going to be heard by the national media, and I don't care. But you and I know, and I think most Buckeye fans know, that Penn State defense was legit. Now, Jim Knowles, we have our questions. But the talent on that Penn State, are we not all salivating over like 3 or 4 dudes from that Penn State defense saying, man, you should transfer to Ohio State? We would love to have some guys from that team because they have NFL guys. And the way that this offense looked against them in the second half.
They put up 21 points in the second half.
The way they could move the football when they wanted to.
No, I'm talking about we put up 21
That's
points.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, I'm saying you're right. That's not 50. That's not some huge blowout number, but they did exactly what they had to do.
That's a pretty big number.
I was about to say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Lunatic fringe guy.
You got to remember.
21 isn't really that much.
Wait a minute. You got to remember that at halftime is when the adjustments is made. So Penn State made adjustments.
Yeah.
They didn't work.
No, they didn't.
They didn't work at all.
But I'm saying Ohio State, I saw enough in that second half to say there's not a defense out there that scares me against this Buckeye offense right now. I don't see one.
Unless you give me a team that got 2 first-round pick corners that's just completely shut down.
Well, you have to. No, you're right. Where you have to be able to leave Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith one-on-one, and they can't win those battles.
Correct.
Good luck.
That's what I'm telling you.
By the way, what NFL team has that right now? That you would say for sure has 2 corners that could just by themselves lock down those 2 guys a whole game? I'm saying there's probably 10 or 12 of them, but there's NFL teams, I bet you, just on the corners, where I bet you if you put their 2 against our best 2 from Ohio State. I'm not talking about the offensive line. I'm not talking about anything else from that game. I'm just saying we think those 2 guys that are there for Ohio State, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, are like top receivers that could go to NFL teams and walk in and be the best guy.
You know how hard it is to get 2 guys like that?
That's what I'm saying. And that's in the pros. That's hard to do, let alone in college.
I'm trying to come up with an answer. Patriots got Gonzalez. I don't know who on the other side of him.
See, I'm just telling
Broncos got PS2.
He's hurt. But yes, when healthy.
Barron. Jade Barron. That could.
You see the struggle here is that we're trying to figure that out for the NFL teams that could leave 2 guys one-on-one on Ohio State's 2 best receivers. If you can't do that, then I don't know how you stop this offense. Because if you decide to sell out and say,
you know what?
Beat us with your arm,
Colts
they will.
With Javarius Ward, they got a shot.
Well, and who they just
in
Sauce. Now they traded for him.
They got a shot.
That's saying something. That's big. All right, I've got a prime example of why the Cleveland Browns, in my opinion, have a bit of a losing culture. You will hear from one of their players who I think is kind of perpetuating that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Still watching a crash for our friends heading out to the Buckeye Lake area, 70 eastbound just past 158. We've got some lane closures in place. And then a heads up to drivers in New Albany, US 62. We've got a crash over in those eastbound lanes. Left lane blocked off as you're approaching that 161-62 interchange. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a blue refreshing mountain dew. So give me my goodness, give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org to buy your tickets. That's A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Make your list check it twice and shop smart this holiday season. Open a Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and add some jingle to your wallet with $150 cash back after your first $1,500 spent within 90 days. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Offer ends 12/31/25.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom. Mike, is it true? What's that? Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires. Absolutely. Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change. You got it. I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world. But free would be better. Mike, don't toy with me. Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires. but I... Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe. No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow? You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight. Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, the Fan. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I have AC/DC tickets to give away. We're going to take the 7th caller right now, 614-821-9710. 2 tickets to see AC/DC at Ohio Stadium on July 15th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster. The question you have to answer, though, is the following. What symbol separates the AC from the DC in the band's logo? Dylan, do you know the answer? You don't have to say it, but do you know the answer to this?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What symbol?
What symbol do you think it is, Tyvis? You can give your guess. If you know, call us 614-821-9710.
Is it not a lightning bolt?
Oh, damn. Wow. Again, the guy who knows nothing about AC/DC. There you go. Congratulations. So if you were listening, call in now. Also, I love this because they're Australian.
That's funny.
Do you know the nickname that they have in Australia, where they're from? People have taken to calling them, because AC/DC.
Electric.
No. Because in Australia, they like to come up with like lots of silly phrases. They call them akadaka. Because like AC/DC, they just put an A on the, so akadaka is what they call them.
They can keep
I might
that.
am going to the akadaka concert. You know, like that's great.
Keep that.
That's terrible.
Keep
That's
that.
terrible accent, by the way. That's not good. All right, here's David Njoku. He was thought that he might be dealt at the deadline. The deadline came and went Tuesday at 4 p.m. Yesterday, he was in the locker room. Reporters caught up with him at the Browns facility. Here is what he said about not getting traded from Cleveland.
Of course, it's always a possibility. This is the NFL, man. You know what I mean? But I'm in Cleveland, baby. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't f***ing leaving. Yeah, get that on camera.
So it's still the last year of the contract. It's open.
I'm not leaving. Ever.
David, why are you so passionate about Cleveland being here?
You don't see this right here? This is 85 with a Nigerian flag, but it's also the state of Ohio. Yeah, you didn't see that, huh? That's nice, isn't it?
So he was holding up a necklace that he has that has like a medallion on it that has the state of Ohio logo with the Nigerian flag. Mm-hmm. I get that he loves the state. I get that he loves where he lives, I'm sure, in Cleveland, and he loves, the fan base and all those things, and that's all heartwarming, and I think a lot of that is cool, right? However, I do feel like there's something weird with the fact that you've talked about how it's tough to lose. You can get used to losing.
Yes, that's the worst part about losing, is you get used to it.
Right. And I just feel like there are a lot of guys in Cleveland right now, and I love the fact that Myles Garrett has decided to play, it looks like, the rest of his career in Cleveland, unless they trade him, right? He's probably going to be here for the rest of his career. I'm glad that we get to watch that. But you're not going to probably win a Super Bowl in Myles Garrett's career here. Like, he's already 30.
It'll come right after he leaves, right after he retires.
That would be, I'd love it. Just once in my lifetime, right, is all a lot of Browns fans would say. But David Njoku being like, no, I'm thrilled. I want to be here. Unless he was being sarcastic. I'm just surprised to see that level of enthusiasm to be around a team that has won 5 games out of their last, like, almost 30, going back to last year. That doesn't, I can understand if you say nothing.
Well, first of all, it's 5 games.
5, okay, I'm sorry.
They won 3 last year, they won 2, but they're gonna win 6 more this season.
Oh, great,
so.
Good. So I'm so glad to hear that. But either way, that would still be a losing record over the last 2 years combined. I'm just pointing out that, like, even going back to Joe Thomas, who everybody loves and will go into, Canton as a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Myles Garrett is going to be a Hall of Famer too.
First ballot.
First ballot, right. That's great that those guys want to be here. But I remember when Joe Thomas had a chance to go elsewhere.
He was supposed to go to Denver.
And he said, no, I don't want to.
Correct.
I want to stay here.
Yeah.
Does that speak to a culture of being okay with losing a little bit in Cleveland? A little bit? Your biggest players?
I think really what it comes down to is, one, that's all they know. Because it's not like Myles or David or Joe play for anybody else. That's all they know. Yeah. And more so for Myles and David, they've experienced success. They had 2 seasons where they made the playoffs. So they know what it feels like to be like, like they seen how the city was, how fans were behind them, and they love that. And I think at this point, they want to bring it here, bring the Super Bowl here because they know what it would mean. And, like, they would be legends forever. Forever. You remember that saying line? Forever.
I very much do.
Like,
It's a
they
great
can take
reference.
their wallet and throw it in Lake Erie. They won't have to pay for anything ever again. And I think that that it's good to be there. Like, you want to do that. But you also got to be realistic and say, like, that where we are as a roster, where we are on the cap and all of those things, like it's going to take a while. And David might not be here after the season's over with anyways. They might decide to move on from because his contract and stuff, so there's no guarantee that they re-sign him.
Yeah.
To your point about bringing a championship to Cleveland, I'm convinced whoever the quarterback is, when/if the Browns win the Super Bowl, will be a bigger deal in Cleveland than LeBron.
That's a fact.
Yeah, no, if the Browns ever win a Super Bowl, they will be, that town is a Browns town. Always has been, always will be. There are times, obviously, when the Cavs are good or the Guardians now, the Indians previously were good, where people got behind them, and they will continue to support those franchises. But if the Browns win a Super Bowl, it will be the biggest thing that probably, it's probably going to be the biggest thing in Ohio sports in my lifetime. I mean that even with the Bengals, like anything that the Bengals do. Like there are a few things that would compare to not the entire state will be happy about it, but there will not be a bigger story in the state of Ohio in sports in my lifetime if the Browns win a Super Bowl. That's how monumental that would be.
I'm actually scared for the city of Cleveland if they were to ever win a Super Bowl.
You see what they did with the Cavs?
Right.
The police was down there. They like, y'all just, as long as y'all ain't fighting, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do.
When you said that, Shaq and Charles are saying police presence is what I thought of. People are starting to sound like idiots when they talk about Ohio State. We'll let you hear some examples of that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Thursday. We are still watching a crash for our drivers out in New Albany. 62 eastbound. We've got the left lane slightly blocked off as you approach 161 as crews work to clear out an issue. We've also still got a crash on I-70 far east side heading out to Buckeye Lake. We've got lane closures in place just past 158. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Living in Ohio, you want your home to be comfortable year-round, your family protected, and an investment you can feel great about for years. Now, during Window Nation's end-of-year sale this November, you could save big on windows that do just that. You'll save 50% off all window styles, plus you can get 0% interest financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good you'll actually save money on lower utility bills every single month. And they're backed with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 45,000 5-star customer reviews. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with a chance to get 2 Ohio State game day tickets? Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles, plus 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. The sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com today to get started. That's windownation.com.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
At Tansky Sawmill Toyota, we do things differently. Our salespeople aren't paid on commission, so you'll get honest, pressure-free advice that's all about you. And if you change your mind, no problem. With our 3-day exchange policy, your satisfaction is guaranteed. So come see us at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, where the right car and the right experience come standard. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Toyota, think Tansky.
Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. And Meyer is making it easier than ever to share more good. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 23rd through the 29th, when you buy Meyer brand Fredericks by Meyer, Purple Cow, or True Goodness Foods, our Simply Give program will provide a meal to help feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. It's the simple way to put the giving and Thanksgiving together. Exclusions apply. See Meyer.com for details. One meal equals 25 cents based on an average meal cost from select Meyer food pantry partners. Learn more at Meyer.com/aboutmeyer/community.html.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Finally, fall is here. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and the cooler temperatures are a welcome relief. But as those temperatures continue to drop, it's also a reminder that winter is just around the corner. We know it might feel a little early to start talking about freezing temperatures and snow, but now is the perfect time to make sure your roof is ready. Before the winter weather hits, wouldn't you like the peace of mind that your home is protected? If you're unsure about the condition of your roof or just want to be prepared for the months ahead, call the professionals you can trust at Newman Roofing. With over 30 years in business and 3 generations of Newmans in the roofing industry, we're dedicated to educating you about your roof so you understand exactly what's happening. We believe that an informed homeowner can make the very best decision for their needs. Give us at Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Let Newman Roofing help you prepare for winter the right way.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang. Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets started a West Coast road trip last night in Calgary. The Flames started off hot, scoring 2 goals in the first 92 seconds of the game. The CBJ would go on to lose by a final score of 5-1. Next up for the Jackets are the Vancouver Canucks Saturday. The Cleveland Cavaliers hosted the Philadelphia 76ers, and Donovan Mitchell had a huge game last night with a season-high 46 points in the victory. The Cavs will play the Washington Wizards Friday in an NBA Cup game. And finally, we had 2 games of Wednesday night action. Ball State beat Kent State 17-13, and Toledo defeated Northern Illinois 42-3. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
7:30, we will talk with our guy, Don Waddell, the GM of the Columbus Blue Jackets, will join us in studio. Looking forward to having him in. Jackets lose last night in Calgary, 5-1 to the Flames. Not ideal result, not the best way to start off the road trip, but hopefully they can get back on Saturday night. Is that when they take on, are they in Edmonton next, or is that Seattle?
Vancouver, then Edmonton, then Seattle.
I just know they're going to all of those places, and I didn't bother to see which one was next. That's my bad. All right, so Vancouver next. Hopefully they can get the job done there, but we will talk with him coming up at 7:30. Also, coming up the next segment, we're going to talk a little bit of college wide receivers, because Dylan suggested talking about the best wide receiver duos in college football of all time. And so we went and did some research, and we're going to have that for you. But you can obviously tweet us yours at Bone and Tyvis 971, or hop in the YouTube chat. It's a great place to drop your comments. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis, and you will be right in there. I was seeing Jeremiah and Prince Mario Descarbio both suggested that when I go to West Virginia here in a couple months or next month to stop by Tudor's Biscuit World and get the Thundering Herd. I don't know what it is, but I want it. I know what Tudor's Biscuit World is. I have not looked at their menu, though, to see and know all the different food items there.
You need to try it and let me know if that is something that can get an Ohio State player to could persuade them to come.
Yeah. That was what their coach had said. It's like, we got Tudor's Biscuit
you
World,
can
buddy.
eat.
Yeah, come on down.
You can eat.
So people are starting to sound like idiots when it comes to Ohio State football. If you've ever listened to Dan Patrick back in the day, you might remember he had a guy, one of his producers, one of the Danettes. There's a guy named Andrew Perloff, used to be known as McLovin, on the show. He now has his own radio show. He's left the Dan Patrick show. He does his own thing. But he was talking on his radio show about how he's not going to vote for Julian Sayin for Heisman. Here's a little bit of what he said. I think. Do we have it?
There is a lot of Heisman hype, but how hard is his job? Let's be realistic. I mean, Penn State, that means nothing. How could people vote for Julian Sayin?
Because Ohio State's been the most consistent, and he's got the flashy stats.
Who has Ohio State beaten?
Nobody yet. And we'll see when they play Indiana.
They're the Big Ten. Who are they going to beat? I mean, I don't know. It just I can't understand it. How do you know what this actually means until he plays a good team and he's thrown into the greatest wide receiving core that we've seen, except for the last 3 years of Ohio State wide receivers? It's really, for me, it's really hard to distinguish Julian Sayin from, say, Jeremiah Smith.
So, a couple of things wrong with that.
Yeah, please go ahead, Tyvis.
One, I'm glad that they said Ohio State beat nobody, so the SEC sucks. Thank you for pointing that out.
How many teams there's a lot of teams in the SEC in the top 10, but one of them, right? Is that not Texas? They might be 11. Okay, whatever. They're right there.
Yes. So I'm glad. So that means that the SEC stinks. Thank you for pointing that out. Washington also in the ranking. So
but that doesn't matter because they haven't beaten anybody
in the top 25.
Haven't beaten anybody.
That a committee that all agreed upon said that was in the top 25. That's one. Two. So that means then we should strip Joe Burrow of his Heisman then, because he also had, because there's no way that you could just say Joe Burrow is the best when he had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, who's arguably the best duo ever in college football. So, therefore, Joe Burrow should give his Heisman back.
Yeah, and I don't know if Andrew Perloff has a vote or if others who do have votes share his sentiments, but yeah, you would have to, if they voted in that Heisman race in 2019, voted for Joe Burrow, you have no reason to say that you can't vote for Julian Sayin. You can say that you don't think Julian Sayin's that good. You can say that you don't believe that, or I don't know, that another quarterback with this talented offense could possibly put up the same numbers. That's all well and good. What I think you tell on yourself, Andrew Perloff and others who say something like this, because you clearly, I'm not an Ohio State, I'm an Ohio State fan, but I try to be very unbiased when it comes to analysis, right? I will tell you if I think this sucks. Watching Julian Sayin throw the football, have you seen a quarterback in the last couple years? Well, let's just stick to this year, but you can go further if you want. Have you seen a quarterback that puts the ball on players in a way that Julian Sayin does?
Well, now you sound like Bo Bishop, because he says nobody throws a better ball that he's seen at Ohio State. And obviously the Dwayne Haskins name comes up, but
this is pretty good. Yeah. May he rest in peace, obviously. But what I'm saying here is when you go watch the way Julian Sayin throws the football.
CJ Stroud threw a good ball, too.
He did, too.
Great ball placement.
Well, that's it, right? Because, and your guy, I was referencing this earlier, but we should tweet it out. I'll tweet it out from the Bone and Tyvis account here in the break. But Jake Butt's breakdown of that and watching some of that film where he just took 10 minutes and took throw by throw by throw by throw. There was a throw to Jeremiah Smith that he broke down. It was the one where, if you remember in the Penn State game, Ohio State had a bunch formation at the bottom of the screen, like 3 receivers down there, and then they had Jeremiah Smith up top. And he cuts in, and the ball, now there's a safety over the top who's waiting to figure out which side is this going to, and then I'm going to go read it and go hit whoever's getting the ball.
Okay, so they're in cover 1. Post safety?
Look, I'm guessing.
Okay. Was it one safety up there?
Sure. Okay. I think it was. Because the other guys were kind of moving up towards the
So it's either cover 1 or cover 3.
Right. So Jeremiah Smith beats the corner. Now he's got a inside slant route. He's running towards the middle of the field. The safety's reading the quarterback's eyes. Jeremiah Smith gets the ball right up in his chest, right in a place where he can catch it and instantly have it secured so he doesn't have to reach way out and grab it, doesn't have to reach down low to get it, doesn't have to lay out to get it. Because if he does any of those things, there's a safety that's probably going to put him on the sideline for at least a few plays or maybe a half. He's going to get hit pretty hard.
Penn State's safeties aren't hitting like that.
Okay, fair enough. But instead, he gets the ball, and this happens a lot with Julian Sayin. He gets the ball right where he needs to, so he doesn't absorb that type of hit, doesn't absorb that type of punishment. And I think that's something that's completely underrated with his game, is that, yes, you throw it. If you throw to Jeremiah Smith, and it is one of those circus catches, he'll make that too. Carnell Tate will make those catches. We've seen him do it. We've seen both of them do it. But they don't have to a lot of times because the ball's right where it needs to be. And it's early. It's on time. It gets there where it's supposed to. Now, he's not perfect. He had a couple throws that I thought could have been better, right?
He 80% perfect.
Right? You tell me. You played in secondary. If you guys saw all right, we're playing a dude this weekend who's got 52% completion percentage, 63% completion percentage. Oh, this is the 80% guy. Attention level goes up a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know that the ball placement is going to be pretty good, so you got to get a hand on it. This ain't one of them ones where it's actually annoying to go against people that got good ball placement. You ever been draped? I got this dude covered and they throw the ball and it just so happened to go past your hand. It's the most annoying thing in the world. I'm not going to lie to you.
I presume it's, I didn't play a lot of football, but pickup basketball, there's always that guy on the court where it's no matter.
You put a hand in his face, it doesn't matter. He
still gets
gonna hit it.
That's
why I didn't like playing. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like playing basketball. Because you can play the perfect defense,
they
but
still get it.
It's what it is. See, on defense for football, if I play the perfect defense, it's going to lead for me. I can hit the ball down. Boom, get that down. I can actually affect it. To basketball, if he owned that night, it ain't nothing you could do.
Yeah. So that's where I just, again, I'm not here saying that Julian Sayin must win the Heisman. If he doesn't, it's a travesty. If you think that Jeremiah Smith is the better football player and you want to vote for him or whoever you want to vote for, that's fine. Just the idea that, you can tell by some of these comments from some of these reporters, they're just literally not watching Ohio State play football because they're oh, this is a boring game because Ohio State's going to dominate. Why would I watch it? If you actually watch the players, and that's what I try to do. I try to watch the boring games too in college so that I can know who's good and who's not. And I'm telling you, I've not seen anybody throw a prettier football this year than Julian Sayin in college football. So that should matter if you're voting on this stuff.
I also, with the schedule stuff, it's these SEC teams, they have a lot of ranked wins from when teams were ranked that are no longer ranked.
Yeah.
Or even you have your fringe Tennessee. Tennessee is going to lose again this year and get knocked out of the poll.
Tennessee is not a good football team. They're not. They shouldn't be the 23rd team or 25th team, whatever they are. They shouldn't be ranked. They have 3 losses. What are we doing?
So you have teams like Auburn that were ranked earlier in the year, Florida that were ranked earlier in the year, that they're they want their cake and eat it too. It's oh, we beat them when they were ranked. Yeah. But now they stink, so what does it matter?
Exactly right.
I just don't people put too much into the schedule. It's you play who you play. A team is not any better or worse based off of who they play. Ohio State's either a good team or they're not. I understand being tested and all that, but your schedule is your schedule, and I don't get knocking the Buckeyes as a team or Julian Sayin as a Heisman candidate just because their schedule hasn't been as tough as we thought it would be. And really, the only disappointment has been Penn State. Texas is back in quotations. They look better. They look a lot better than they did early in the season. Like we said, they're the 11th ranked team in the country. That's a good win. Washington's a good win. I don't understand where this rhetoric is coming from.
I just think there's a lot of people who don't watch college football who are commenting on this like they do. Because there's no way you can watch college football and say that Julian Sayin isn't one of the best quarterbacks this year and has the best ball placement of anyone this year. Now, if you don't like some other parts of his game, fine. I don't know what to tell you, but I find very few holes in his game right now. So I don't understand this. And I'm someone who will tell you if I think the Buckeyes aren't doing something well or I think someone's overrated. I'll definitely tell you that, but I'm not there with him. Not at all. We're going to do the list next. Top 5 college wide receiver duos of all time. Did Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate Do they make our list? You'll find out next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, we are watching a couple crashes. The first on I-70 on the east side, coming in westbound near Reynoldsburg, the left lane blocked off. On I-70 westbound, just past 256. Also, right in the downtown area at that 71-670 split, 670 westbound, the center lane blocked off right on that ramp. And then for our drivers up in Delaware County, we do have a crash on 36 in the westbound lanes, blocking both directions right around Russell Road. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big on eggs. Right now, 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs are on sale for just $1.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Columbus. Good. GLakesHyundai.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are back on the road for a Big Ten battle with Purdue, and Drew Brees has no eligibility left.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday morning at 7:30 with the Kick It One.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the jacket. We will be even chillier this morning with mostly clear skies and wake-up temperatures in the mid to low 30s. For Thursday, plenty of sunshine with daytime highs topping out in the mid to upper 50s and a lot less wind. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Many men remember their first time, but it's not the first time you probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. If you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time could be the last time. That ED impacts your sex life. Go to Tri-State Men's Health because they have treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of those treatments can have you last an hour or more. There are 6 locations located in the great state of Ohio, 2 of them in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99. It includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff. And you could be having sex the day after the appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Blue Jackets General Manager, President of Hockey Ops, Don Waddell will join us coming up at 7:30, just about 10 minutes from now. But first, we got to talk about some wide receivers.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on The List.
Sponsored by Midwest Cards. Experience collecting in a whole new way.
All right, so today's list, top 5 college wide receiver duos of all time. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, getting a lot of discussion about that. Do they make our list? I'm going to give an honorable mention real quick to the 2021 OSU football team. Now, I didn't have a duo from that group in my top 5 just because statistically I didn't think they measured up. But just a reminder of what that wide receiver room was. JSN, Garrett Wilson, each went over 1,000 yards. Chris Olave with 900 yards.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Emeka Ibuka.
That was ridiculous.
Emeka Ibuka. And Marvin Harrison Jr. all were on that roster. And, I'm going to say
all first-round picks.
Yeah, they were.
Emeka Egbegboo.
They were both pretty great. All that. But I'm just saying, it's duo, not like the best 5 ever. But if we were doing that, they would
doing
probably
trios or,
Yeah, exactly.
They would be number 1.
All right, so number 5 for me, I'm going to go with Oklahoma, 2018. Marquise Hollywood Brown and C.D. Lamb. They combined for 2,400 yards, 21 touchdowns. Both of them over 1,000 yards. Both of them double-digit touchdowns. That's my number 5.
Number 5 for me, this is from a personal experience. Sammy Watkins, Martavius Bryant. Boy, that Orange Bowl, I was sitting there like, Sammy is that guy.
Was that Clemson 2013?
2013. Yeah. I actually made a good play on Martavius Bryant, but him and Sammy... Man,
they're pretty good.
They was really good.
Pretty good. Dylan, your number 5?
My number 5 is Michael Crabtree and Danny Amendola from Texas Tech. Even though Tyvis' boy, Richard Sherman, thinks Michael Crabtree's a sorry-ass receiver, I still think his college career, not sorry.
It's not.
He had, in their best season, Crabtree had 134 catches for 1,962 yards and 22 touchdowns.
That's ridiculous.
And Danny Amendola, who was just, the number 2 receiver, 109 catches for 1,245 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, they're, spoiler alert, higher on my list than yours. So they're on my list for sure. Number 4 for me, last year's Buckeye duo of Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Ibuka. They combined for 2,326 yards, 25 touchdowns. Pretty great. Both of them obviously over 1,000 yards as well. So, yeah, they're my number 4.
I went with Devontae Smith and Jerry Jeudy. Obviously, Devontae Smith had won the Heisman. And what was that, 2020? Yeah, because it was COVID year. We played him in the championship.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
2019 or 2020, where he won it.
Yeah,
Where he had,
whatever.
He had like 1,800 yards.
Yeah, it was
insane.
Ridiculous. Like, I went back and looked at it. Like, 'cause I wanted to look up, like, how can Jeremiah Smith or like a Marvin Harrison win the Heisman? And I looked at his numbers and I'm like,
oh, it's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough. Oh, it's tough.
And Jerry Jeudy at Alabama was like that deal. Like, he was a really good route runner. He, obviously a very effective player. So I'm going to go with those two for number 4.
Dylan, go ahead.
My number 4 is from West Virginia in 2012, Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey. I feel like Tavon Austin is slept on, and like when it comes to one of the most dynamic players.
Oh yeah,
I've like just. If you're not familiar, just go watch him on YouTube.
He's got arguably one of the best college tapes of all time.
Yeah,
between him and Reggie Bush, it's they neck and neck.
You could argue that those two guys were the yards from like the total yards per game, because you factor in kick returns, punt returns, all the others, and then Tavion Austin technically was a running back, right? Like, I mean,
he was a slot receiver.
No,
but
they put him out there, but
Percy Harvin.
Yeah, he had like 700 or 800 yards on the ground. So, like, I'm just saying he functionally was a wide receiver, but I think his position may have actually been listed as running back.
That year he had 3,000 all-purpose.
Yeah,
yards.
he was insane, insane. My number 3 is Clemson as well, but I'm going to go 2012. You could really take any of that 2011, 2012, 2013 era for Clemson, but I'm going with DeAndre Hopkins and Sammy Watkins combined. The two of them had 2,113 yards, 21 touchdowns, though it should be noted DeAndre Hopkins had 18 of them, but Sammy Watkins bookended those years with a 1,200-yard season and a 1,400-yard season. That year it was DeAndre Hopkins who got all the love with 1,400 yards, but yeah, they were phenomenal. That's my number 3.
Number 3 for me is what Dylan just said, Tavon and Stedman Bailey with Geno Smith as the quarterback for them.
Yeah, he was great. Dylan, your number 3?
My number 3, Tyvis mentioned already, Devontae Smith and Jerry Jeudy, with Tua throwing them the ball. I mean, there's a lot of combinations of Bama wide receivers in that era that we could have thrown out there. But
could have been Waddle and Devontae, but Waddle got hurt that year.
Right. Yeah, they probably were better, but like you said, the stats aren't there because he got hurt.
Texas Tech is who I have at number 2. Dylan already mentioned them. Michael Crabtree and Danny Amendola combining for 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns. Unreal.
Number 2 for me, might be a little biased. I went with JJ and Carnell Tate. The reason why I went with this duo over JJ and Emeka is because Carnell technically is on pace to have more receiving yards and potentially more touchdowns.
Okay.
Than what Emeka had in his last year. Carnell right now has 711 yards with 7 touchdowns. Emeka last year had 1,011 yards with 10 touchdowns.
Dylan, you're number 2.
That is also my number 2.
Okay.
They're already doing that thing, and like the great philosopher Natasha Bedingfield said, the rest is still unwritten. They still have a bunch of games left to pat some stats, and if you look at the schedule, there's some opportunity against some inferior opponents for them to put up some big numbers. So JJ and Carnell,
I didn't put them on my list just because I looked at it simply as
because you hate Ohio State.
Season's not over, but yeah, I agree. They will probably be number 2 on this list when it's all said and done. So that's a good call by both of you. My number 1,
it's a unanimous, probably.
Your number 1. And Dylan, if yours is not this one, then we all have to fight. It's 2019, Jamar Chase. All right, so Justin Jefferson. We were talking about the numbers. Like I said that Michael Crabtree and Danny Amendola put up 3,200 yards and 28 touchdowns, right? Jamar Chase had 1,780 yards. Justin Jefferson had 1,500 yards combined for 3,320. And then they both combined to have, like, again, the Heisman year for
Joe Burrow?
No, why am I blanking on Alabama wide receiver?
Devontae
Smith. How many touchdowns did he have, did we say? Was it like 20 or 18, something like that?
Something, hold on.
Jamar Chase had 20 and Justin Jefferson had 18 is what I'm trying to tell you. They combined for 38 touchdowns in a college football season. I've never seen anything like that. I don't think we'll ever see anything like it again. Except for maybe
Smith
this year.
1,856 yards and 23 touchdowns.
Okay, 23 touchdowns for him. I'm saying he won the Heisman. Jamar Chase had 20, and the guy next to him had 18. Like, if either of those guys wasn't there, one of them probably goes over 2,000 yards and gets 25 touchdowns. But instead, the guy who threw them the football ended up getting the Heisman that year. But Dylan, no disagreement, right? That's
no. That is also my
That
number
man
one.
only played 2 years in college. That's crazy.
It's insane. It's absolute insanity.
If JJ sit out, I will be salty. But I ain't gonna be mad. But I'll be salty though.
If you guys have suggestions on who we missed, you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can jump in the YouTube chat and let us know. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. 2 minutes away, we will talk to Jackets GM Don Waddell. He joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. A couple crashes right now that we're tracking. 670 westbound at that 71. 670 split. We've got lanes blocked off going westbound and slow moving traffic over there. Far east side coming in on 70 westbound right past Reynoldsburg. We've got the left lane blocked off going westbound past 256. We also have a crash for our drivers up in Delaware County on 36. Expect some lane closures in both directions right near Russell Road. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hey, does this sound like you where every step or reach is a reminder that it hurts? The pain is there. A reminder of what you're not able to do, how far you've drifted from that life you used to have and love where you didn't have the pain. Listen, if this is you, if this is a family member, you need to talk to them about it. You need to do what I did and go to QC Kinetics. They've got the answers for you, the relief without the scalpel, without the surgery. At QC Kinetics, they tap into your body's own regenerative power. The damaged tissue, it can be healed by itself. It's not science fiction. It's your body's comeback story. The very cells in your body can help you get healed with no surgery, no pills, no long recovery, just remembering how to move and feel alive again so you can golf, hike, do all the stuff you love to do. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus, so be sure to check them out at 380-208-4544.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
It's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You would look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Well, we have a special treat today. The hockey team is out, obviously out west. They are on their West Coast swing. Dean Evison usually joins us at 7:30, but, late night last night. So instead, we have just the president of hockey ops, general manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Don Waddell, making a special visit in studio. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
My pleasure to be here.
Well, and thank you as well. If you're watching on YouTube, I put the jersey out there. Thank you for the nice Columbus Blue Jackets sweater, because now Tyvis has one. But now I have
the
one with my name on.
backlash that I received, how did they not get T-Bone
I
one?
didn't
And I'm
need
just like,
one.
wow.
I didn't need one, but I really appreciate that. That's
welcome.
super nice of you guys to bring that over. Thank you for that.
Very welcome.
So do you sleep at all after last night? A little bit of a frustrating, not the way you want to start this road trip. How was the sleep schedule last night after watching that game?
There wasn't any. I watched the game and rolled around for an hour and said, okay, this isn't going to work. So I just came down to the office early this morning. But, like we were saying, you win 4 in a row, you feel like you're just going really well. And, you're going to have a hiccup here and there. And then when you lose a couple in a row, you get back and say, okay, when are we going to win another game? So, a lot goes into it. But, we got a couple of days here to rest up. We got some guys banged up and get ready for Saturday night against Vancouver.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people was just kind of shocked because, again, like you said, everything was going so well, and then to have that performance, do you have like an idea of like what went wrong in that performance, and have you been able to look at it and be like, this is what we got to do better for next game?
Yeah, I watched the whole game over already this morning. You know, we were chasing the game. We can't chase the game. We're so much better team when we get the lead, and a minute 30 in the game, we're down 2-0. So now we're chasing it, and when we chase a game, it's not to our benefit. So, the start of every game, we've been usually pretty good scoring the first goal. If we score the first goal, we've had pretty good success. So, we got to get back at it. We know we're a good enough team to win games, and it's just a matter of bearing down and some of the simple mistakes that we make, we just can't make, especially early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's tough when the guys get down like that. For Jet, obviously, how does that affect the goaltender when I know it's not all on him, but obviously there's that whole dynamic where you've got two guys, both of them are trying to kind of establish who they are, especially Jet being a younger player. Is that something you worry about as a GM in the bigger picture sort of thing if you have too many of those performances in a row?
Yeah, 100%. So far to date, our goaltending has been very good, and we got a rotation going that's worked pretty well. Jet last night, there's a couple goals I know he'd like to have back. I think the second one was off Proby in front of the net. So you do worry about goaltending. I said all summer it was my thing that kept me up all night because you can do a lot of things with your hockey team, but if you don't stop the puck, you don't have a chance to win. And so far this year, I have to say the guys have given us a pretty good chance every night.
I know this year, this offseason, we added Charlie Coyle. What was it about him that you identified him as, we have to have him on the Blue Jackets?
Well, first of all, he's been around the league for a long time. He's a great person, a great leader. But, he is such a solid player. We needed a right-hand shot center. We had all left-hand shot centers last year, and we had a hard time winning faceoffs from the right dot. So, we went into the summer saying we need a right-hand shot guy. When Charlie became available, we all knew him very well. He's been in the league for a long time, and we just thought that he was the perfect fit for our team. The talent and all that, it's there, but you also want to make sure you bring in good people. And he's got great character. We got great leadership with this hockey team, and we didn't want to mess that up. So we knew with Chile and Mile Wood coming in from Colorado that they would just add to our group here.
Yeah, and it's definitely in talking with him, too. You already get the sense, like we talked with him a couple weeks ago, and it was just, seems like a guy who's very comfortable in that. There's some guys who I think are like trying to prove something. He just seems like a guy who's like, yeah, I know what I can do. I just have to go out and do it. And I feel like the more of that on a young team like this, was that a focus going into this offseason, was just to try to find the right veteran pieces to add and maybe not just go crazy with, let's just add a bunch of names that, would make fantasy hockey fans happy,
right,
but may not necessarily work to the chemistry of the room.
Yeah, no, we identified what we needed, and we said if we can get veteran, we got great group of young players here, but they need leadership and they need to grow. We can't force them into that role. We got to let them grow into that role. So being able to add guys like Charlie and, with Monahan and Boone Jenner up front, some of the veteran guys, they really can lead these young guys. These young guys took big steps last year. They're going to continue to grow. They're not at their peak of their game yet. And, hopefully the leadership that they learn from these guys will get them to that point.
Last year in the offseason, the hot topic around town was, the Jackets are going to make a trade. They have these 2 picks. They're going to make a trade. What made drafting the players the better decision than trading those picks away?
Yeah, as much as you want to make a trade, you can't force a trade. You need a trading partner to do that. So, we tried. And then the draft day is when we traded for Coyle and Wood. So we kind of answered some of the things that we felt that we needed as a hockey team. And then when we got into the draft and, we were able to draft, Jackson Smith from Penn State, we had him, I think, ranked like 7th or 8th on our list and ended up getting him 13th or 14th. And then the goalie, goaltending, we talked about it already. It's so important position. And, goaltenders take a while to develop. And so to draft a young player and wait 3 or 4 years for him, I think is a smart decision by the organization.
Don Waddell joining us on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Usually that's what that is, but since he's sitting here in studio, there's no phone line involved. So one of the things I was smirking about was that Tyvis asked you about the trade, because all offseason Tyvis was banging the drum to Mitch Marner,
Yeah,
and which didn't end up happening. I mean, for reasons I can assure you. But yeah, I was laughing when he's like, "Yeah, you didn't make the trade." That's the one he wanted to ask you about.
Well, you know hockey because he was the guy out there, of course. But I think he picked his destination early on and was able to fulfill his dream of going to Vegas.
His loss, Don.
Yeah,
he could have been a part of something great.
Right.
That's right.
So when it comes to expectations for this year, obviously you guys know the pressure. The fan base is desperate to watch a team make the playoffs and have that focus back. They want to get to that spot. However, there's also the bigger picture of got a lot of young talent in the pipeline. You got a lot of young talent. You have a young roster. You have guys that are going to have their ups and downs. Progress is never linear, at least in regular life or I'm sure in hockey. So how do you balance that as the GM where you know you've got these young guys who are going to have missteps, bad weeks, maybe even a bad month, and you got to find that balance of we need to win, but we also need to not ruin this guy's confidence. We've got to find a way to bring this player along that we've invested so much time in.
Yeah. You don't want to make emotional decisions. Like this morning, I'd probably trade a lot of guys. So you don't want to do that. You ought to take some time to think about it. But, we talk every day to different teams. And, I always say, if you can make your team better, you got to look at that. Now, am I going to trade a 22-year-old player for a 30-year-old player? No, that's not the direction we're going to go. But, our goal is obviously get in the playoffs. Like I said, if we get in the playoffs, make it a few years, we stop talking about making the playoffs, then we start talking about how do we win the cup.
Well, that's yes.
And last year was, at the end of the year, those couple of days around the locker room was these players were really devastated that they didn't make the playoffs last year. Everybody said, "Oh, you had a great year because of everything that happened." That wasn't good enough for our guys. And that's why I said during the summer, or going into the summer, I didn't think we need to make a lot of changes. We need to add some positions that we needed, but these guys know what they left on the table. So I feel comfortable still. We lost a couple of games, but we're as good of a team in the East as a lot of teams, and there's no reason why we can't compete for the playoffs.
Don, you've been in town for about a year now. Has there been any go-to food spots? How's the food scene?
We
in
like
Columbus?
to talk food on the show. Yeah, if you can't tell from me, Tyvis pretends like he's not a foodie, but he all the time is ordering food, and he's the guy who loves the food on the show as much as anybody.
Being downtown, obviously, my go-to place is Martini's.
There you go.
It's an easy walk over from the arena, but
perfect.
We spend so much time on the road that when I do get home, I do enjoy the home-cooked meal by my wife sometimes because we are out eating all the time. But the city's been great. It's welcomed myself and my family here, and we've really enjoyed it. Great Midwest city. I'm from the Midwest myself, and so this feels like home. And I just want to make sure we can deliver what we need to deliver to our fans, because I said that for years. I came in here as a visitor, and it was always great crowds, very excited watching the Blue Jackets, and they deserve it. And so we're going to go out and try to do that for them.
So how does that work with, like you were saying, on the road? I know now they're out in the West. Are you eventually going to join that road trip, or is that one where you're just like, nah, guys, you got it out there. We'll catch you when you get back here. Are you going? Is there scouting going on? What's it like when they go on the road like that?
So this week I got GM meetings Monday and Tuesday in Toronto. So to go out west for just last night didn't make any sense. So I'm going to go over to Michigan State this weekend and watch Michigan State and Penn State play our two first round picks.
I was going to say that's a nice little matchup for you.
Yeah, so it's a nice short drive, and then I'll fly over to Toronto for GM meetings and stay up late and watch our games at 10 o'clock at night.
No kidding. Yeah, I know. These are the ones where Tyvis and I are like, all right, we're gonna watch some of it, and then we're gonna get the rest of it when we get up in the morning. That's how we usually do it. Last thing I have for you, Halloween was last weekend. I have to apologize for my appearance because usually I have a full beard, but I went as Andy Reid for Halloween, so I fully committed to that. I see you like to do some Halloween dress up too. I know last year was Green Lantern. What brings that out of you? What makes you enjoy doing the dress up stuff for Halloween?
I started it years ago, and I always felt that my staff got a kick out of it. And as Todd, my PR person, would say, I think he thinks I enjoy it more than my staff does. But this year was kind of I have to start thinking about it already for next year. But I bought this. Somebody bought me this small cannon, and we blew it off in the arena. It's a very tiny, but it's louder than our cannon. It's incredible how loud it is. And so I had experiment with it up outside some nights when people were trying not to sleep, and I decided to bring it indoors. And so we had a lot of fun with it. And look forward to next year already.
Yeah, perfect. I know how that goes. We already got to start planning ours next year for our little show costumes that we're doing. But yeah, a lot of planning goes into all that stuff. Well, best of luck the rest of the year. Have fun at the GM meetings. I'm sure those are just nothing but excitement when you guys get to those.
Yep.
And good luck with the scouting up at the up in Michigan State. That'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me, and look forward to getting this Blue Jacket team back on the win column.
For sure. There you go. Jackets GM Don Waddell joining us here in studio. We'll come back. Michigan has admitted they made a mistake. Which mistake did they admit to? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. 2 crashes on 161 this morning. The first out in the New Albany area, just past 62 going eastbound. Watch for some lane closures over there. And then 161 westbound, this time out in the Plain City area. We've got some lane closures in place in both directions, just past South Jefferson Avenue. We're also watching crews clear up a crash here in the Metro on the ramp from 33 westbound to I-70 westbound. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and Penn Cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've got a problem at Pella.
I like where this is going.
Because of Pella's reputation and quality, a lot of folks assume that we're out of budget.
Oh, that's too... Oh, I hate here.
But we've actually got 5 awesome window lines that fit any budget, from the $300,000 to the $3 million home, and far from the most expensive.
So you actually don't have a problem. Awesome.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Wendy's new Snickerdoodle Cookie Frosty Fusion is the perfect holiday gift. With rich Frosty and chunks of Snickerdoodle cookies, it's the one thing on everyone's list. Not mine, though. I don't need anything. Definitely don't get me a Snickerdoodle Frosty that comes in vanilla or chocolate. How would you even get it to me anyways? I mean, no, I'm totally good. Please get me one. I want one so bad. For the frosty gift everyone's asking for, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
When you're building a single-family house, multi-unit house, townhouse, penthouse, row house, or tiny house, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. The Columbus builders who are building Columbus do. They know they can rent the right equipment at the right price right now, thanks to the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus. All powered by people for equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. So no matter what you've got going in or going up, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
The Ohio State University Army ROTC isn't just a curriculum.
It's more than just a path to a degree. For more than 150 years, we have been forging tomorrow's leaders. Here you will find your purpose, your mission, your ROTC family. At Ohio State, you're not just joining Army ROTC, you're stepping into a history of excellence that spans generations. Learn more at arotc.osu.edu. Buckeyes lead the way.
Did you know Austin and Berm host a show at Roosters? And did you know that Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences? Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Thanks again to the Jackets for coming in. Don Waddell stopping by, and of course they brought a jersey for yours truly, which I greatly appreciated. Although
97, huh? That was your number back in the day.
Yeah, that was no. I like it though because it's for the fan, and that's awesome. It's got my name on it. Now, what I was going to say is because you were giving me crap, you're like, yeah, now you can stop complaining. I didn't complain about this. To be fair, they brought you a jersey last time, which I was very supportive of, and then people like Common Man and Timmy were both saying, why didn't they bring one for Bone? And I said, they didn't have to. They don't need to bring one for Bone. It's fine. I was glad you got one, but you know what?
It is nice, ain't it?
The thing is, on the back of it, and I didn't even know.
Why didn't you beg them put Tebow?
They have, no, I don't want Tebow.
Because I didn't think he would want Tebow.
You're right. Thank you, Dylan. That's right. I appreciate that.
They're going to look at it and say, who is this Smith guy?
I should have put Smitty.
Yeah.
That would have worked. That would have been fair.
That's good. Now, here's the thing. On the back, what I noticed is when I looked on the inside of this, it has the little strap because it's official, the little Velcro thing where they hook it onto their pads and stuff so that it stays down when you're playing.
I'm shocked at like how loose it can be because like on a football jersey, like you got like it's scrunched at the bottom.
No, you don't want that. You want the flow. Hockey's all about flow. The hair, you want the jersey to be flowing.
In football, they pull the jersey. I guess you got gloves on in hockey, so you can't really grab the jersey.
Different thing. And you're holding a stick most of the time. Now, the YouTube chat is like, hey, that's great. You got a jersey. Win some games. So, all right, they have been, and I appreciate the gift. But don't worry. If the Jackets don't win, I will yell at them. Last night, did you hear Don Waddell? Did he seem happy?
He said, I would trade some of them.
Without even looking at the chat, I'm going to guess it was Downtown Dad who said the Jackets need to win some games.
Yeah.
That guy's unhinged when it comes to the Blue
definitely
Jackets.
correct on that. And you know what, though? That's right, though. We have expectations for this team. I don't think anybody from the Jackets would deny that you should feel that this team can win. Like, you should have expectations. They understand the stakes. Everybody we talk to with the Jackets knows this is what is expected here. And you think they come here to lose? You think like Dean Evans, Don Waddell, all these players, you think they want? I understand that that doesn't matter if they don't get the job done, but they obviously know what the expectations are. So I appreciate that.
One of my great takeaways that made me smile was he too was in on Mitch Marner. I knew it. I knew it. I told y'all.
By the way, yes. I just want to point out, if Nathan McKinnon ever becomes available, they will do their darndest to get him here. I don't know if it'll work, but they will do their best.
We're going to sell the station to get him.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about Michigan. So they have admitted they made a mistake. Remember last year or this past year, we found out they were going to go next year
to Germany
and play their game against Western Michigan in Germany.
Yep.
Spread the good word of Michigan football. But Sharon Moore wouldn't be able to go because remember he got suspended.
Yeah, so
he wouldn't be able to do that trip.
They did him a favor.
Well, now they've realized, that's a bad idea. Who wants to watch Michigan football in Germany or really anywhere other than Ann Arbor? So that's good. They decided to just pack it in and not go. They're going to stay in Ann Arbor. And the only thing I'll add to this is Sharon Moore likes to play dress up when he's trying to make a point. Thank God we didn't have to find out what kind of costume he would have worn for Germany because that could have been all kinds of sideways.
He wasn't going.
No, but he still would have had to do a press conference. And I'm glad we never have to find out whatever costume that would have been. I wouldn't want to see it. So, Yeah, Michigan's going to stay put. Good for them. Also, what was I going to say to you? I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Having a stroke.
Yeah, I am. I remember now. Did we ever find out what the Thundering Herd is at Tudor's Biscuit World? Because that is... Multiple people in the chat said we need to try that, or I need to try it when next time I go to West Virginia. I need to look this up.
Are you not going to go while you there? You're not going. Can you please go to Tudor's Biscuit World?
Oh, no. It's on the list now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go to Cookout.
I understand the Cookout.
Cookout is happening.
Yes, please.
Yeah, but I'm going to go where Marshall's, like, I'm going to go to, yeah.
I just want you to tell me, is it really that good? Because if it's that good, the coach might be on to something. He might be able to persuade some people in that moment.
Hang on.
He should get the recruits to come down and take them to Tudor's Biscuit World, and while they eating biscuits, make them commit after they eat it.
So I'm looking at it. Did you find it, Dylan?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you saw, because I think this is the same thing.
According to Google, it's a breakfast sandwich that contains savory sausage, a crispy hash brown patty, egg, and melted cheese on one of their biscuits.
Yes.
That seemed like a lie.
Don't even, Tyvis.
How many calories?
What's that different from the Crunch Wrap? It's just on a biscuit.
How many calories is that?
Who cares?
What are you talking about?
It says 660 calories.
Listen to that.
That's fine. It's got protein in it.
What?
It's got protein, Tyvis. It's a meal.
You know how much you got to do to burn off 660 calories?
You know your body, like your resting metabolism is going to burn like 2,000 calories as it is.
Man,
so it's fine. You need some food.
With that. How dare I try to promote a healthy lifestyle?
That's
what was
right.
I thinking?
I don't know. By the way, right next to that Thundering Herd, they have the Mary B, which is just bacon, egg, and cheese on a biscuit. But the amount of bacon they put on it, it's like 3 stacks of bacon.
Well, Dylan's all in on that.
I'm going to Biscuit World. They also have something called the Peppy, which is a pepperoni and melted cheese on a fresh buttermilk biscuit.
Marshall.
By the way, Tyvis,
we may have to do the show down there, buddy. I'm just telling you. I may have to take a week and just try all these biscuits. Those look excellent.
The breakfast Crunch Wrap with sausage on Taco Bell, 690 calories. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing.
You know, it's crazy. I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, but you eat it, and I've never heard you complain about the calorie count while you're eating it.
Yeah, that's right.
But that'd be all I eat until dinner time.
Okay, starve.
Great. Yep. Sounds like I'm done. I've got another NFL conspiracy theory for you, including a team that doesn't want to play their star quarterback. Where have we heard this before? Brian Windhorst hands are happening next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, we're still watching 2 crashes on 161. The first one out in New Albany in those eastbound lanes just past 62. Expect to run into some lane closures over there. And then also on 161, but out in Plain City, we've got lane closures in both directions just past Jefferson Avenue. Again, that's on 161 westbound in Plain City. Here in the metro, watch for crews clearing a crash as well on the ramp from 33 westbound to I-70 westbound. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Beef Chuck Roasts or Steaks are only $5.99 a pound in the value pack with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey, y'all. It's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Away game this week, but that just means you can make the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus your home for Saturday football. Join the fan for the tailgate show and then party with us with the ultimate watch party. We have football contests with amazing prizes. There's wall-to-wall screens, ticket and memorabilia giveaways, and unbeatable game day food. Can't wait to see you at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook on Saturday. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets started a West Coast road trip last night in Calgary. The Flames started off hot, scoring 2 goals in the first 92 seconds of the game. The CBJ would go on to lose by a final score of 5-1. Next up for the Jackets are the Vancouver Canucks Saturday. The Cleveland Cavaliers hosted the Philadelphia 76ers, and Donovan Mitchell had a huge game last night with a season-high 46 points in the victory. The Cavs will play the Washington Wizards Friday in an NBA Cup game. And finally, we had 2 games of Wednesday night action. Ball State beat Kent State 17-13, and Toledo defeated Northern Illinois 42-3. This update was sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can always find the show wherever you get your podcast. Let's say that you like listening to us. Maybe you listen to us for 20, 30 minutes a day and you're like, yeah, I enjoy it. However, I go to work at this time. You guys are still on. Maybe you don't get up at 6 a.m. That's okay. You can find the podcast. You can get all 3 hours of the show on your device for free every single day. Just go find it on your favorite audio podcast app. Hit subscribe, like it, whatever. If you add a review, that'd be great. But just get it so that every day it comes to your device free of charge, and then you don't have to miss a show. You can hear our interview with Don Waddell we just had. You can hear the list that we did earlier today. Top 5 wide receiver duos in college football history.
Oh, yeah, by the way, somebody said we left off Ginn and Holmes.
You know what? Okay. I want to say that I didn't leave them off. I did look at the numbers, and I obviously lived through it and remembered it.
That was trust ball error.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? It's like I get from an eye test and from a field test, those two were two of the best to ever do it at Ohio State. I agree with that. However, it's hard for me to compare their seasons when neither of those guys, I want to say, in their careers at Ohio State, I don't think either of them broke 1,000 yards, let alone like to get, we're looking at like guys who went for 1,300 and 1,200 together. I was trying to add in some of the statistical facts of it there, but yeah, those two, just as far as talent, you put them in today's, give those two guys to Julian Sand, and they both easily are over 1,000 yards, right? If you had a Ryan Day type of offense.
You check Ted today, you still got to turn around and be able to be ready to run, because he still will run past you today.
He had one of the I
just seen Ted like 2 months ago.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when it comes to guys who went to the NFL, that at the time in college, when he got drafted top 10, I was like, man.
First round, 9th pick.
I love his game.
Number 19.
I loved his game, but I was just like, I don't know if he's going to stay in the league that long, because once that speed goes away, well, guess what? He ended up having a super long career because it never went away.
He was there. He went Miami, Carolina with Cam Newton. Then he went to the Saints with Drew Brees and Mike Thomas. It's like, he had a good career.
Oh, he was good. He was great.
Career.
No, I'm just telling you. And then he also was a guy who, when he got to the league, continued to develop himself into a guy who didn't just have to rely on his speed, right? He was more than that. Another guy said, I could go off on that, but that's like, as much as I can't stand this guy, a guy who did that in the NBA is Draymond Green. Like, Draymond Green was a guy coming out of college, and I was like, hey, man, he's a nice college player.
I don't know. Like Draymond Green?
No, as a player, he's awesome. But he just annoys me. He's always, I didn't know how I got a technical for kicking a guy in the balls 8 times in a row.
I used to dislike Draymond, but then, when I hear him talk and hear, what he be saying, I'll be like, he's actually very authentic.
Oh, no, I think that when you get him outside of the realm of basketball, he probably is very authentic. But in the moment when he's like, oh, what did I didn't do that. And you see him nut-shotting a guy from
or you see him knocking his own teammate.
Yeah, when he caved in.
He did Jordan Poole so filthy.
That was
I don't
bad.
know why Jordan Poole even allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
If somebody walk up over you with their fist clenched, you should be on high alert.
Yeah.
Do you know what allegedly was the straw that broke the camel's back that got Jordan Poole punched in the face?
I don't know what it was.
Was it worth it? Is the question. Is it something that's worth it?
He asked him if the reason why he got all the ladies at Michigan State was from all the quadruple singles, like his stat line.
Is that what?
Wow.
I know that's not. I know that didn't set him off like that. I know that it set him off.
No, but to your point though, when he came out of Michigan State, I was like, he's a glue guy. He's a great college basketball player. I don't see how his size or anything translates to the NBA. He is like a tweener position. Yeah, and I'm saying he kept working on himself and became this guy that was invaluable to a team that was a dynasty with the Warriors. So, yeah, not my guy, but I have to acknowledge where the greatness is when I see it. All right, so here's an NFL conspiracy theory that I have for you, because if you haven't learned this yet, I don't like conspiracy theories in real life, but when it comes to meaningless sports conspiracies, I have a lot of fun with these. So thank you, Dylan. We had the one with the Vikings. I still remain convinced that the only reason J.J. McCarthy was good this past week was because they gave him 5 weeks of Lions prep, and that's why he looks so good. Let's see how he does on a regular week of prep.
Who they got this week?
Doesn't matter. Loss.
It doesn't.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Fade him.
I don't remember. I am going to fade him, but I don't remember who they're playing.
Play the Ravens.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. We'll see if that Ravens defense can finally show up and be what they're supposed to be. Anyway, so another conspiracy theory that's out there. Do you remember what they were saying about Kyler Murray last week? Kyler Murray yesterday got put on IR for his foot injury. Mm-hmm. They said he's going to need at least 4 more weeks to get better. Mm-hmm. Okay? There's a video of him
walking around.
not just walking around. He was participating in practice, and he's dropping back, bouncing around on his feet, and then throwing.
Well, this is his last year in Arizona, so.
Okay. What I'm saying is last week the report was he could play this week. He may start this week. And then right towards the end of the week, they said, no, never mind. Jacoby Brissett's going to start.
They did the same thing with Lamar.
Okay. But then they came back and said, they said he's not going to start, but we have some packages for him and he may get into the game. We are deciding how we're going to use him. And then didn't they, because they played Monday night versus the Cowboys. And then it kind of came out either Sunday or Monday. They were like, yeah, never mind. He's not playing at all. Then this week it comes out that he's not practicing. And actually he's out of the game plan completely. And by the way, he's like, they named Jacoby Brissett the starter regardless. They kind of made that clear that like he's the starter no matter what.
For the rest of the season. Once Marvin Harrison Sr. comes out and says, I can't watch it, it's the worst offense I've ever seen, and then they make Jacoby Brissett the starter and his son shatters his numbers in the first half.
Yeah.
It's like, he can't go back now.
No, well, they did. And so now,
on top of that, Jacoby Brissett probably worked with Drew Petzing in Cleveland when he was the starter here.
Yeah. So he probably has some familiarity with the offense. Right. Exactly. So the fact that Kyler Murray last week, there are videos of this out there where it's like Tuesday, Wednesday of last week where he is just on the practice field and a lot of the reporters there were convinced he's going to play in that Monday night game versus the Cowboys, to now a week later, he's shut down for 4 weeks minimum. That's where the conspiracy theory is coming out. So they don't want to play him.
So why are they doing it?
Brian Windhorst says, why are they doing this? The thought might be that if
Did
he gets...
anything ever come from that? When
I
he
don't
was
remember.
talking about that, Brian Windhorst, when he was doing that.
Yeah,
that was the,
he was making it seem like something big was about to happen.
Wasn't that the Timberwolves trade?
It was essentially the end of the Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert era
that's
in
right.
Utah.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, because Rudy went to Minnesota.
And then Donovan eventually came to Cleveland.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
I have my own conspiracy theory about Kyler Murray, though.
What is it? Please lay it on me. I love this.
Call of Duty coming out. Call of Duty 7.
So Battlefield 6 came out October 10th.
Yes, it did.
But their Battle Royale, the Red Sec,
came out
last week, October 28th.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's been playing Battlefield. He's not prepared to play in these games, folks.
If you go and look at when they named Jacoby Brissett the starter, all the replies with Ian Rappaport tweets this out or Adam Schefter, whoever just tweet, hey, Jacoby Brissett's the starter. When they tweet that out, all the replies are like Kyler Murray on his video games. And it's just big eyes or like him just, like watching a TV like a kid in front of a TV. All the replies are just making fun of the fact that Kyler Murray is now excited he gets to play video games.
Didn't they put that in his contract, something about video games? Or he has to watch film a certain
Yeah, because he's an addict.
Well, that was the knock on him.
It's crazy.
Was that he was playing video games more than watching film, and so then inexplicably the Cardinals gave him this massive extension, but that was one of the conditions.
I'm shocked that he is still in the games like that because they didn't create this Zen thing for video games, and it completely destroyed it.
What is Zen?
It's like
I know what they're
cheating.
I thought you meant the dip, like the Zen that you're putting in the little packets.
It's a Zen
Not
thing.
that.
It's like you download.
Don't do that, kids.
You download these scripts and it make you hit a button in the control and do it itself. It just automatically kill. They be having videos of people just on Call of Duty just spinning in a circle, killing everybody on the map, and I'm just like.
Can I be an old man for a second?
Why would you play this?
Can I tell you, as an old man, what we used to do back in my day?
You cheated.
Well, so you could go to Blockbuster Video or Hollywood Video and rent. You could rent video games.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking cartridge era, 16-bit, 32-bit.
No, I was in the DVDs.
I know. Right. Well, this went away once the DVDs happened. This was over. But Game Genie was a thing you could buy. It was a physical product, or you could rent this at Blockbuster. That's what we did. And so if you had a game you couldn't beat, on Nintendo, you could take the Game Genie and plug it in to the bottom of the cartridge, and then you plug that whole thing into your system. And then all the cheat codes were in there for you could have infinity lives. You could go triple speed on Mario if you wanted to speed run everything.
You think that's cute?
No, it's what you're talking about now with the codes where you go. I'm just saying,
it ruins gaming. Like, okay, if you're gonna do that, bleed that in like single player mode. Don't bring that to the online community.
You're right.
Like that makes you not nobody want to play no more. That's why Call of Duty's dying.
There was back when I was playing Super Mario 3, I did have to take it off the online mode to get the Game Genie to work. Like what? There was no online. There was nothing. It was you playing at home with, in my case, my brother, and we would just be beating the hell out of each other for the controller. That's all it was.
After Game Genie, there was Game Shark, which essentially is the same thing, but an upgraded version.
Exactly right.
The only cheat code I've ever known is R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up. That's Grand Theft Auto. That's how you get all the weapons.
Yeah, that was essentially what the Game Genie, Game Shark thing was.
I had all of them. Get all the vehicles, get all the weapons, infinite health. I was doing all the things in Grand Theft Auto.
See, I didn't know. That literally is the only one I know by heart.
What are the biggest games in college football this weekend? We'll answer that with our college football pop quiz coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Happy Thursday. We're watching a couple crashes. First on 33 westbound. The left shoulder blocked off just past Gender Road due to a crash. Also still watching crews clear out a crash on the ramp from 33 westbound to I-70 westbound. Again, some lane closures in place over there. And a heads up to our drivers out in Plain City. We've got a crash on 161. Expect some lane closures in both directions right near South Jefferson Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Following Radio Theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Aaron, I'm freaking out a little that you're giving away $500 in free repairs whenever someone buys a new water heater.
When people are faced with an unexpected expense, an unexpected gift helps restore balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO. How many things can our plumbers do for $500 or less?
Tons of things.
Like what?
We can repair a toilet that's not working. We can replace a hose bib, install a utility sink or a vanity, run a water line to an appliance, replace a garbage disposal.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Replace a shutoff valve, fix an exposed water leak.
What's an exposed water leak?
It's one you can see. It's not inside a wall and it's not underground.
And we're going to do these sorts of things for free just because a person buys a water heater?
Yeah, for free.
Because we're restoring balance to the universe?
Balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Who go to geteco.com.
Santa Bucks are back at Meyer. This Friday and Saturday only, save up to $50 with Santa Bucks. Stack your Santa Bucks on top of 20% off sale items for low prices on brands like Lego, Squishmallows, Barbie, and more. Clip your Santa Bucks coupon in the Meyer app and get more merry for your money with Santa Bucks. This Friday and Saturday only. Santa Bucks and Meyer. Now that's what makes the holiday season a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the jacket. We will be even chillier this morning with mostly clear skies and wake up temperatures in the mid to low 30s. For Thursday, plenty of sunshine with daytime highs topping out in the mid to upper 50s and a lot less wind. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The radio couldn't contain us, so we've taken over YouTube. Catch Morning Juice weekday mornings at 6 by searching 971 The Fan. Do it. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, guys, listen up. Common frustrations that we deal with as men. Tiredness, sluggishness. Maybe you think, that's just part of getting older. It's something that I'm feeling. It's just the way it is. Maybe it is, or maybe you've got low testosterone. One way to find out, I mean, you could go online and do whatever Google searches lead you to, maybe buy something online that may or may not work for you, may not be right for you. Or you do what I did and go to Columbus Men's Clinic. Talk to a medical professional about what you're experiencing. Get the blood test to find out what's actually going on inside your body. That's called real science, just checking it, actually getting the info and data that you need, and then making a decision with the medical professional about what's right for you. If you need testosterone treatment, they've got a great therapy for you. You can do that with them in their office. You can get all the info you need when you go in for that consultation. It's $99 for the consultation. You meet with the medical professional, you get the blood work done, and you find out what's right for you. Also, if you want to talk to them about erectile dysfunction, they have got a whole system for that too. And it's not just one size fits all. It is based on what you need, what is right for you, and for your budget. You can even do weight loss treatment there as well. Semaglutide shots, they do all of that and so much more. Check out the Columbus Men's Clinic today. You can go online, set up your visit for probably within a minute or so is what it takes on their website, columbusmensclinic.com. Again, that's columbusmensclinic.com, or you can call them today, 614-300-7400 for Columbus Men's Clinic. That number one more time, 614-300-7400. Do not put it off. Go check out Columbus Men's Clinic today.
All right, class, take your seats. Welcome to your weekend pop quiz, featuring the biggest questions in college football.
All right, we're going to try to answer these. I've come up with a few of them. If any of you guys have any more, feel free to throw them in. But here's one that I'm starting off with. Now that we've got the college football playoff rankings out, we've got a lot of different numbers that maybe don't add up for some people. Let me ask you this. Can I get anyone out there to care about the biggest Big 12 game of the season? Because technically now, we have not one but two teams in the top 10. BYU is at Texas Tech this weekend. That is 7 versus 8. I know it's the Big 12. I know that we don't necessarily believe in some of those teams, but this game, to me, comes down to whether or not Texas Tech can stop BYU's run game, because you stop them from running the football, Texas Tech will roll in this game. But Does that interest either of you guys as college football fans watching? Tyvis is yawning, so I'm guessing no.
I mean, it's Texas Tech. I told you is one of them teams that I expect to win the Big 12 for years to come.
Oh yeah, the way they built that roster.
Yeah,
100%. Does it worry you for BYU that they have a quarterback who wears number 47? In Bear,
it bothers me. It bothered everybody with Devin Brown with 33, so you cut only a 47 is even uglier.
Yeah, well, if they can't run the football, now they do get LJ Martin back, their running back, who didn't play the last week, but he is expected to be able to go and play this Saturday. That game, by the way, is on ABC at noon. I don't know why they do this to Texas Tech. They're in the Central. Just put them on at 3:30 some other time, but they've got other games at 3:30, I'm quite sure. But BYU at Texas Tech. Tech is favored by 10.5 points in this game for what it's worth.
So a couple of things that interest me about this game is, one, Texas Tech is a 10.5-point favorite, even though it's 7 versus 8. So the odds makers really seem to like Texas Tech. This could also be a Big 12 rematch.
It could be.
Let's say
a championship game.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's say they split that. Whoever wins this game Saturday loses the Big 12 championship. You have Utah lurking at number 13.
Man,
they have already played Texas Tech and BYU. Those are their losses.
Yeah.
You can see a 3-team Big 12. 3 teams from the Big 12 make the playoff.
Dylan,
I'm just saying.
Cut it out. Wow.
Utah's already has their losses that they're going to have, Tyvis. I understand what you're saying. They're probably not good, but they've already lost their 2 big games, and they're still 13th in the country.
Well,
they might lose to Baylor.
To your point, you're right, they could. But, Dylan, to your point, at some point you got to get 12 teams, right? And if we're all talking about how the Big 10 may only get 3 teams, and even if the SEC gets 4, I mean, do we really need 5 or 6 SEC teams with some of those having 3 losses? Do we need that? I don't think so. There is a chance, to your point, that the Big 12 gets certainly 2, but maybe even 3 if everything shakes out the right way. And yeah, if this game is particularly close and then Texas Tech and BYU just roll everybody else they play, and if that happens as well with Utah the rest of the way out, I guess that's a scenario I could see. It's a possibility. Now, let's switch over to a game with a little bit more interest in it. Number 3, Texas A&M. They're on the road playing Missouri. The only SEC storyline I care about is if all these teams can end up with 2 losses, then that would mean maybe it'll be a little more fun when the committee has to justify putting like 2 lost teams in and say, oh, no, this is actually it's a great SEC team. Texas A&M has no losses right now, but they play resurgent Texas at the end of the year. That could be a possible trip up for them. But then they have this game in Missouri. Now, Missouri, Bo Prabula is out, their star quarterback, but they have Matt Zollers, who is now playing for them, and he had a bye week to get ready for this one. So I'm just going to throw this out there. This is upset alert for sure for Texas A&M going into Missouri. They're only favored by 6.5. This game's at 3:30 on ABC. Missouri's ranked 22 in the country. Their defense is absolutely good enough to possibly give Marcel Reed a little bit of concern. I'm telling you, this dude's going to blow up at some point and throw like 3 picks in a game. This could be that weekend.
Well, if he doesn't, he should get more consideration for Heisman, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. If he continues to play like he has been, he will definitely. And this will be one of those games where he could easily go and have the opposite game I'm talking about. He could have 300 yards and run for a touchdown, and suddenly he'll be right smack in the Heisman race like you're talking about.
Bone, you openly proclaimed your love for Missouri at the start of the season and have continued to doubt Texas A&M. I think that's clouding your judgment.
It probably is.
I don't think Texas A&M's losing this game, and I really don't think they got that Texas game at the end of the year. They'll probably be favorites in that game, but I don't think they're losing until they get to the last week of the season.
The SEC championship game?
Well, no, Texas week, potentially.
Well, I'm saying, right. So there's a chance. I want to see all these teams have 2 losses. So I'm waiting for like Texas A&M to get their first loss so we can put them on the second loss alert and then go from there. But you're right. This may not be their weekend. Now, Oregon also could be on upset alert in Iowa City. You're going to be in Iowa to preview this game with Big Ten Tailgate.
Supposed to rain.
Yeah. Now, this game feels to me a lot like the one we just talked about. A really good offense with a ton of talent all over the field comes into a Midwestern town that roots for their football team that wears black and gold. And that home team desperately needs to win if they want any shot at a playoff. I mean, the road team is even favored by the same amount. Oregon, number 9, at number 20, Iowa, they are favored by 6.5. That's at 3:30 on CBS. Who's your guy that you want to see? Caden Wetchen for Iowa?
Yeah, that dude. Whew, he's the returner. He's a receiver. He nice. And I tell you what, special teams could play a part. All you need is one punch out. It can change the entire game.
I'm very intrigued by Oregon because they have this game against number 20 Iowa. And then looking ahead, they play Minnesota, who you can make fun of PJ Fleck and row the boat all you want.
Row it.
They're 6-3. That's one of those Friday night games that have been super weird the whole year.
Yes.
Then they play USC, who's 19th. Then they play Washington, that's 23rd. I would not be shocked if Oregon misses the CFP altogether.
No, but you know what? If all those teams I agree with you. Those are all dangerous games. They're all dangerous games for them. But like, if they sweep those, that will be viewed as the Big Ten sucks. But if you had the same rankings and schedules and stats for those teams, but they had SEC names next to them, people would say this is the toughest schedule in the history of college football.
By the way, the odd Friday night game this week is USC and Northwestern.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying, but
isn't Northwestern secretly like 5-3?
I think they have 5 wins.
5-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one more win for bowl eligibility for Northwestern. I didn't expect that this year. One last question for you. Will either of these games, which looked good on paper to start the season, actually be worth watching this weekend? Indiana at Penn State. We thought, oh man, that could be a great game. Nope, Indiana's favored by 14.5. It's on the road at Penn State, and if it was at home for Indiana, they'd probably be favored by 3 touchdowns. But that's noon on Fox. And LSU at Bama. Like, I'm just a throwaway mention here of like, oh yeah, LSU's going to Bama. Like, LSU has been garbage this year, but now they fired Brian Kelly. Maybe there's a little bit of juice in the program for the interim head coach and the fact that Brian Kelly's just not there scowling at them. Bama's favored by 10.5 at home. That game is at 7:30 on ABC. So,
did you see this video that Pittsburgh tweeted out yesterday of Mike Tomlin walking up to Jack Sawyer saying,
the Steelers, yeah.
That's why I go to Columbus, Ohio.
I did see that. I liked it. I thought that was pretty good. It's because he's giving Jack Sawyer praise and saying that's why I go to Columbus, I guess, to recruit. That's why we go get guys from Ohio State.
That's funny.
I mean, it hurts my soul as a Browns fan to see that, but I like that he likes Columbus. I mean, I like anybody that likes Columbus. So there you go. And he also probably comes for crew games because he can just wear his black and gold attire and just
he
go right
fit
over.
right
That's
in.
probably what it is.
Did they play their next game?
That's coming up Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio, I believe. No, it's in Cincinnati, for what it's worth. There's a report out there that Urban Meyer was rejected by Penn State. Rejected by Penn State. Do we believe it? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are still watching a crash on 33 westbound on the southeast side, just past Gender Road. The left shoulder blocked off in those westbound lanes. Here in the metro, on the ramp from 33 westbound to 70 westbound, we've also got some lane closures in place as crews clear out a crash from earlier this morning. And then drivers out in Plain City, watch for crews clearing out an issue with some lane closures in place on 161, just past South Jefferson Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
You know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, or shoulders? It can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief. In some cases, within a day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, but has made its way to the U.S., and there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because patients are getting release from acute pain and spreading the word. Here's the most interesting detail. This device is both diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Tessner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and trigger your body's natural healing response. StemWave uses sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if it's a good solution for your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for your consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here in Columbus. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. So I saw this stat from Big Ten Ryan, who writes for meetatmidfield.com. If you've never read it, good college football blog. This is just a stat that blows my mind about how good Arvell Reese has been this year for the Buckeyes. There are 7 players in Power 4 conference football with 8 or more sacks this season, right? Arvell Reese is one of those guys, okay? 7 players in college football at the big-time, Power 4 level, 8 or more sacks. Arvell Reese has 71 pass rush reps per Pro Football Focus, okay? 71, and he has over 8 sacks. The next fewest among that group of guys who have over 8 sacks, I said he has 71 of them. Next guy is Derek Moore at Michigan with 169 reps. So he's got less than half the amount, and he's still one of the top guys as far as getting to the court. Like, that's insane how good he is. Like, his efficiency defensively is off the charts.
It's unbelievable. That's what it is, that somebody could come in and take that talent and maximize it. This is – remember with Jim Knowles, they always talked about that jack position?
Yeah.
I would imagine this is kind of what he was trying to allude to what it was supposed to be. But for some odd reason, it just never materialized into anything. And then Matt Patricia comes in and because it's not like he's playing this jack. Like, he's a linebacker, but they were just moving him around in different places, and it's allowing him to use his strengths. And obviously, he's been a good player. I want to say that when he first got to campus, they had him working with the D line at a point in time. Yeah, and then he went back to linebacker. So it's nice to see that a guy is that versatile. That's why everybody keep talking about him being a top 5 pick, because he's a short thing when it comes to stopping the run. Then you get the pass rush off of him as well, like that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So what do you say to the haters online that say that he doesn't have a true position in the NFL?
I said that he needs to go to a 3-4 system where he can play that TJ Watt type position, or a Von Miller, something like that. I think that
like a pure off the edge guy.
Off the edge pass rusher, but can drop back in coverage if need be.
Yeah. But also, we've talked about, I don't think I'm putting words in your mouth, his coverage is something that you think in the NFL he would need to work.
Yeah, I still believe that if you told me, if let's say he played for, the Cleveland Browns, and let's say the Cleveland Browns is traditionally a cover 3 team, meaning that he has to drop and play the hook, I think you'd be doing him a disservice. I don't think that that's his best asset, is dropping back in the pass. But I think if you pop it, if you sending them a lot, but then you make them pop out, it'll throw a quarterback off, because they're not used to seeing a guy like him pop out. They would think he's going to rush all the time. So I think that's how Ohio State utilizes him. In the simple fact that we're not going to just traditionally make him play the hook, because I don't know how great he'll be as just a true hook dropper. But if I have him pop out, that quarterback might not see it and throw him the ball, and I think he's athletic enough to make that play. So I just think it's all about how you utilize them.
Yeah, I think watching this team and the way that he's been used, one of the things that I have a buddy who plays guitar, and when I think about Matt Patricia's defense, I'm reminded of this conversation I had with a buddy of mine. We was talking about, when he's on stage, he said, playing what I play is not that difficult for me, because he's played it for years. He knows how to play his guitar. He knows the different chords and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he said sometimes when you're on stage, he's a performer, he'll do some extra stuff that looks really complicated to people who don't know how to play guitar, or it looks really like, wow, we're doing all this stuff. But if you know what he's doing, you're like, oh, okay, I see what but he dresses it up to kind of make it look more than it is.
Right.
Because and that's what I kind of feel like Matt Patricia's done with his defense, is said, this is not as complicated as maybe Jim Knowles made it out to be last year. But we're going to move stuff around and make you think pre-snap, oh my gosh, what are they doing? And then when you actually watch the film, you're like, oh, I should have known. I should have figured that out. But you have great athletes who know what they're doing, who can make these plays.
I talked to him last Friday when I interviewed him, and that was one of my questions, how is it that like you got these college kids to be able to pick up these concepts and these schemes, and it's like not bust or anything like that.
Right.
And he was like, basically his answer was, I don't even know if this made the tape or not. But basically he was saying, like, it's not as complex as you think. Like, a lot of the stuff that we're doing is stuff that they already did. Like, it's like we didn't really come in and just change everything. Like, they know these concepts already. We just disguising the looks and things like that. So that's why you don't see a lot of coverage bust, because he just took what they did and just, like, kind of moved their starting points. Like, traditionally, you start as 3 linebackers, 4 D linemen, 4 guys in the secondary. Well, all we did was just put them all on the D line, but you still got the same responsibility.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, that's why they're not confused by what they're doing. And you know who else did that? When I played for the Browns for that cup of tea before I got cut and got fat and got cut, Greg Williams did the exact same thing. Like, he would do that, like, have 8 people standing on the line at the snap, and then you have to just drop out. So, like, that's why when I see it, I'm familiar with what's going on, because I actually got a chance to be a part of that for just a small cup of tea.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Greg Williams, pretty good defensive mind too in the NFL, right?
Yeah, bounty hunter.
Yeah, well, we know about that part of it. All right, so
that's how you introduce yourself. I'm the bounty hunter.
Perfect. Get him a Boba Fett mask and let's go. Star Wars reference. Zach Gelb on ESPN, Sirius XM, said that he reported that Urban Meyer was interested in the Penn State job, had conversation with Penn State officials. Penn State decided not to hire him because they didn't think he would be a good fit for the NIL era. This is Urban and Rob Stone and Mark Ingram on the Triple Option podcast talking about that.
A couple weeks ago, you were in our nation's capital, in D.C., and some people out there decided to do some funny math. They said, Coach met with a Pennsylvania senator, so 1 + 1 equals you're the next head coach of the Nittany Lions. I didn't quite do the math that way, but there's people out there, I think, who have done that, Coach.
Yeah. Some who is the guy again? My phone started blowing up. What's
Zach
his name again?
Gelb, I believe, was his name.
Yeah,
and he has some credit right now, apparently.
Yeah, and I give him credit. And he has 2 sources that said that I met with the senator we became friends. Rob, you were there with Dave McCormick when we covered a Penn State game, and I stayed in touch with him, and we had breakfast in the Capitol. And we talked politics, Mark. And then there's another one. He said the source says that I had conversations with Penn State about the NIL, and I didn't know how to handle the NIL or so. So
come on,
first
Coach.
of all, that never happened.
Figure it out, man. How do you not handle NIL?
How do we get the 2 sources on our show here?
Oh,
can we invite the 2 sources?
Call into the Triple Option sources.
Good one. Yeah, put it in the comment section.
I love
it. Just cracks me up when people sit at whatever.
You have no idea.
Make a story, man.
I love the soft flex of we had dinner at the Capitol.
Yeah, right. No, of course. That's let's just work that in. They're like, I just having dinner with a congressman, as you do. Yeah. So you brought something up earlier in the show. People have this perception, and I'm one of them, who thinks Urban wouldn't do well in the NIL era. You push back on that.
Yeah, I think Urban was a guy that he was all for paying players. Now, obviously, legally he couldn't do it, but he would always talk about, like, yeah, if you graded out and you was a champion, he said, I wanted to make people understand how important and how meaningful it was to me that you played well in that game. I wish I could reward y'all with, like, cars or something like that. So, like, he would be perfect for that. The problem where he would have is the transfer portal, because he would force you out. I told you with me, he wanted me gone. Yeah, he strongly suggests that maybe Ohio State wasn't my speed, more so Akron was my speed. And it was so funny talking to Coach Mick, reliving that moment last Friday. He was like, you was about to go to Akron. He said, he was like, I want you, because they do Friday, little Friday workouts. And he was like, the reason why I started those Friday workouts is because of you, Eli, and Garyon, and guys that was like skinny and needed extra work. Like, that's where that came from. That wasn't something that I always did. So it's funny to see them guys in there, because I was in there on a Friday, and it was guys coming in there doing workouts and stuff. And he was like, yeah, y'all was like the ones that kind of inspired this. Because if not, you was going to Akron and Baldwin Wallace and stuff like that. So
that's crazy to think of the transfer portal. If it was a thing, who knows, right? Maybe your story's different. Maybe that would have been something that would have been pushed a little quicker. Is like, oh yeah, we have transfer portal. He can go. And it might.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
we need your spot.
I think most people presume that Urban would struggle with that, because it's like, he'd yell at a player or something or get onto a player in some way, and they'd go, yeah, I'm done. I called my agent, and we're going somewhere else. I'm getting NIL money. And you're saying it'd be the opposite. It'd be Urban be like, hey, let me call for you.
Yeah.
Let me give me your agent's number. I'm going to chew him out.
Yep.
I'm going to buy you a bus ticket and see you later.
That's a fact.
That's crazy.
He's bringing his own luggage, and it's Louis.
That's a fact. Y'all think Dion bad.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's who I thought of when you brought that up earlier, was Dion was the one that came in and said, a lot of you are going to be here, just FYI. Maybe that's more what Urban would be. It's a very interesting thought, but either way, I don't know if I believe that report about Penn State, but if you do, that's something to keep an eye on, because that ain't the only job open. I mean, if he truly is interested in any jobs, and I don't know that he is, but if he is, the one that he used to coach there, that would be one that I would think would be where the radar would be. Either this could be distraction, right? Oh, let's get this Penn State stuff out there so no one sees that I'm actually talking Florida. It's still a long shot, I think, for Urban to get that done. Crosstalk and the buzzer coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. We are watching crews clear out a crash on 315 southbound. This is just past Broad Street in the downtown area. And on 161 in Plain City, watch for lane closures near South Jefferson Avenue because of another crash. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time. But it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing zero sugar cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, Go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes, including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bishop and Friends.
The amount of times I've had the nightmare of sprinting to the set, either ill-prepared or scripts not written, I've had that nightmare 1,000 times in my life.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
No hat today.
No, today you've got the bandana going, and I like it. It's a good look.
Thank you.
Eric Reeser joining us now. Reeser,
Gentlemen, good morning.
Will you put a bandana on with
Sure
me?
won't.
Why not?
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
You never know. Have you ever tried it?
No.
It's a proud American thing. We can get you a USA one.
I'm good, but thanks. Hey, thank you for thinking of me.
I feel like not that
Appreciate
you look like him at all, because you don't, but I feel like if you tried to pull off Tyvis's look today, did you ever see Napoleon Dynamite?
I did.
You remember when Kip starts dating LaFonda?
Yeah.
That's how you would, I think, or me, or like a lot of us here.
We're going to come in here with a do-rag on.
I don't think it would look good.
LaFonda is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
I think I feel like
how that would
college.
I love Napoleon Dynamite, man. That was a great movie.
Tupac should be your Halloween costume next year, Tyvis.
Yeah, I had to get a nose ring, and then I had to shave, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Actually, Meat Sweat said you guys should be Fat Bastard and the Nutty Professor.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, we'd have to get fat suits, but the reality is Tyvis would have to get a fat suit. I would just show up as Fat Bastard, and that's how that would work. Yeah, we were talking with Don Waddell about Halloween costumes as well, because he this year, he brought in a cannon for his Halloween thing. Last year, he was a Green
Boomer?
Lantern. No, he wasn't Boomer. I wish he would be, though. I wish they would. That's the next thing they have to bring back for the jackets. But if you missed that interview, you can go hear it on our podcast. But yeah, Reese, that's I don't know, the Halloween costume thing. I liked yours this year because I think Jen and multiple other people initially got fooled that you were just a plain old FBI agent and that was it. And you had the bigger story of the backstory on that, which was you were also from Parks and Rec.
Macklin.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and Jen was mad when she figured that out. She didn't like that she missed it at first.
This might have been noon, I think, when Tyler Danberg threw it out. He's like, great Parks and Rec costume. Like, you're the first.
Yeah. See? There you go.
Noon on Halloween.
Do you know why Donovan Mitchell went off last night?
Yeah, some guy talked mad trash to him in an NBA 2K game.
That's what he said, and that's a cute story. But I know the real reason why he went off. Coco Jones was in the building. And anytime that your fiance is watching, you got to put on a show.
Isn't she there every night?
And I don't think so.
Wouldn't
because
she not be in the building?
Tours. She's like she's a singer and an actress, so she's probably on the road a lot of the time.
There were probably a great many things. There's her. There's the kid that talked trash. Darius Garland returned, so you had, I think, a much smoother offense.
Yeah,
there's only one.
The Sixers are bad.
There's only one thing that motivates a man more than money. Significant
Scent of a woman.
You see that woman over there.
I don't mean to say the Sixers are bad. They just didn't have Embiid.
Sex.
Tyvis, you can't laugh over your own laugh.
Having sex.
I know the Tyvis in stereo is pretty cool.
It is weird, right? Like sometimes when that happens, it's a very good coincidence. I mean,
that. if Coco Jones showed up to me playing football, I would have won the Heisman.
Oh,
yeah.
Hot take.
It's a fact.
That's pretty great.
And then on the other end, the Jackets couldn't last a minute in Calgary.
No,
yeah, that right.
That was not good. That was, oh my gosh, 2 goals in the first, like you said, 90 seconds of that game. kind of made you feel like it's going to be really tough when they have to chase a game.
I was kind of thrilled with the Cavs. That game ended like 9:15, 9:20, and I was like, all right, great. I got a couple minutes for the Jackets game. I had a couple more minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then a couple more minutes. I don't think they sang "Oh Canada" to like 9:45.
No, on the Canadian broadcast, the Sportsnet broadcast, they were literally putting up the faces of the players like, here's who's on the first line, here's who your defenseman is, and then the goal goes in. It's like they're not even through the player intro portion of the broadcast, already had a goal on the board. Not ideal.
So there'll be a little Blue Jackets talk on the program today, but Bishop and Friends will have Paul Feinbaum at 10:30. Adam Jardy's going to join at 11:30. Just what's to expect of this basketball Buckeye team? Because we all thought it was weird yesterday. Bruce Thornton, they have a game, the first game of the season, then they announce the captain.
Yeah.
It's like, shouldn't it be the other way around? So we'll get Jardy's thoughts on that. We'll do the email bag at 10 o'clock, and then we'll do our NFL picks against the spread at 11. I am 9 games under 500 this season after going 50 games over last year.
Oh.
So a bit of a slump, I'd say.
That's a
Who's doing the best? Baker?
Bo
is?
Bo's? Well,
good for him.
That's, I guess, what I'm. See, if you had,
to the surprise of nobody,
if you had kept this up though, then maybe they would have had to change it to Reeser and Friends. Because maybe if you had done another year of 50 over,
yeah, my guess is that would not make it past the focus groups. So
depends on who's in the group.
No, I don't think so. But 9 to noon, Bishop and Friends, you'll get all of that I just said.
Or alternate title, Reeser and Friends. 3 hours coming up next. There you go.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Although if we did the name of the show by who gets here the earliest, Baker was in here at like 5:15 today. So today it would be Baker and Friends because he's always here.
Yeah, we do a living show sheet, and I noticed at 6 o'clock he was making edits to it as I was, at home making edits to it.
Yes, right. I know. He was up here early today, but good for him. Sadly, up early as well was Eric Spoelstra, head coach of the Miami Heat. Thoughts to him and his family because there were videos showing that they had a massive fire at their home in Miami-Dade. Apparently, it's a home registered to him. It appears that he was there, but there were no injuries reported. There's video of him standing outside while the fire crews are, working on trying to put out the blaze. But yeah, it looks like a total loss there. So sad to see that. I remember a few years ago, Mike Breen, legendary NBA broadcaster, he had a fire at his home, but no one was there. He was out on the road broadcasting. His family was gone too, but
they trying to get insurance money.
Oh, is that it? Another conspiracy theory.
Burn the house down, collect insurance money.
My only conspiracy theories involve bad NFL quarterbacks that their teams don't want to play, like Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. That's the conspiracy theories I stick to. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We will see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Still watching crews clear out a crash on 315 southbound just past Broad Street downtown. We've also got another crash on 161 in Plain City near South Jefferson Avenue where crews have some lane closures in place. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with you.